Sorry about that. Let's go. Perfect, there we go. Welcome everyone. This is the first game of today's series. Today's first series actually. We're gonna have two. And yeah, hi. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you are doing alright. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend where we're gonna have two live semifinals on Friday and Saturday. We're gonna see who is going to be playing the semifinals on Saturday. We already know that for Friday it's gonna be Heresy versus what was he? At the Outsiders. Yeah, that's gonna be Friday 8 Team GNT. Then we are going to set a time and the teams for Saturday's semifinals, depending on who wins here, of course, because you need to adjust for different time zones. And then Sunday is going to be the live semifinals. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah, this is the best of 5. Probably not for them eyes red over there. Anyway, let's get right into the game. We are gonna have Hera, Heart, and Lyri playing in the warm colors. Then they're gonna be facing Lix, the Yo, or Mr. Yo. We're gonna try to call him the Yo so that we get used to the new name. And Fat Pig, or Vivi, however you prefer to call him. So Vivi is gonna be facing Lyri, and it's gonna be Ethiopians versus Ethiopians. Then on the left flank, we are gonna have Lix versus Hera, and that's gonna be actually Slavs versus Britons. This is an interesting one. I want to see how this plays out, especially in the late game. Then both pockets are going to be Franks, of course. And do we have any casualties yet? 0-0 KD for everyone. I don't see any laming right now. One boar over here, one boar over there, one boar over here. Where yeah, the boar is on the back. I'm not trying to lame just yet. Oh, wait a moment. Vivi is pushing deer. And Lear is here. Lear was pushing deer as well, so I don't think he went forward and tried to lame. He's got his second boar over there, but he's taking the first one, so maybe he just didn't take his boar yet. He's got one here. Yeah, he still has both boars, so it's okay. Everything's looking pretty standard, quite meta. 2 archer flanks, and then a cavalry pocket, of course, and Franks being one of the best. Arguably the best pocket for Arabia. Also keep in mind that for these games, these guys are going to be picking positions. So before the game starts, they already decided who is going to be playing flank and which flank as well. They already decided who's going to be pocket. And the settings for Civilization is hidden pick, no repeat. So that is why you see so many mirror matchups over here. But the Slav versus Britons is definitely going to be an interesting one to watch. Whenever you see like a weird civilization that somebody picks, you gotta realize that there is a strategy behind that. Because this is on purpose, of course. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Thank you. MBL not playing in AM. MBL is gonna be playing for Outsiders, which is a team for MBL, Nikov, and Fire. So some people call them AM2, but that is because we had a 4-player limit in the signups for this tournament. So they couldn't really fit the 5 AM players, and they just went for 3 AM players, and the remaining 2 just picked up Fire and made another team. Oh no, oh my god, Vivi! That was so freaking close. Okay, the first few players are gonna be going up to Fuel H. The Yo, Heart, and Lix. Lix very close behind the Yo, and that is also interesting. It seems like Vivi is gonna try to go for either Drush Archers, which could work, or Drush FC. I'm not completely sure if it's gonna be Drush FC because he's going for the full walls. Oh man, that scout's gone. Both scouts are gone. And then all 3 players from AM are going up already. Yeah, Vivi's gonna be going either for Drush Archers or Drush FC. I'm not completely sure. It seems like, yeah, it seems like Drush FC. The Drush Archers, you would be transitioning some villagers over to gold already. Exactly, yes. Slavs is definitely not the traditional stuff to go for. And I guess it makes part of the strategy of SY to have one player try to go for fast castle, then the other two players are gonna be doing the actual aggression. So it's very likely that we're gonna see. Ah man, I am kind of lost now because I want to say that Slav's gonna be going for archers, but he's not been switching over to gold, so he's gonna be going for scouts. But then the Frank player is also gonna be going for scouts. So it's gonna be two players from SY going for scouts, the other player going for fast castle, all three players from AM going for a regular feudal time. They're gonna be going for a more standard push, scouts and archers. This Drush, very unlikely to do any damage at this point in time. Very nice quick walls over here from Leary. And on the left, we're gonna have 4 militias going forward from the Britain player. Is he gonna be able to do anything? At this point in time, Lix is pretty well walled. So those militias would have to go under the TC or around the wood line over here. Not really sure if he's gonna be able to do anything. There we also have the first few scouts coming out from green. We're gonna see the first few scouts coming out from teal as well. This militia is still unable to do anything. But let's see, we're gonna try to stick to one place at a time. Let's take a look at this. I think this is gonna be a little bit more interesting. Those militias from blue over here, I don't think they're gonna be doing a whole lot. Yeah, they're gonna be delaying a little bit the foragers, but it's not going to be a big deal. This is going to be more interesting though. Oh, but the quick walls are gonna be there. Never mind. Only semifinals and the finals are going to be live, so this is record the game still. That was dangerous though. I could 100% see those villagers opening the gate. But yeah, now some scouts from the Yo are gonna help Vivi's militias over here. We also have some scouts from Heart. Vivi's going up to Foliage, so he's still not gonna be able to go for men at arms. And what's interesting as well is that Red's not been going for a lot of archers just yet. So Vivi might just get away with going for fast castle. I mean, he's getting distracted over here by the Yo and Vivi's units, so I don't think he's gonna be going forward towards Vivi's base. Which means that, oh man, it's looking like Blue's gonna be getting away with the free fast castle over there. He almost has the resources, he's gonna be getting the blacksmith and the archer range. So it's gonna be clicking out to Castle H, start massing archers, then go for crossbows upon hitting castle, of course. That's gonna be a very, very solid power peak for SY. Now the Yo knows about these archers going forward and the scouts as well. Of course, they're gonna be targeting Vivi. And the militias, you gotta love it. They really want to do something, man. They just want to pay for themselves. They want to feel like it was worth it for the Empire to spend so many resources in training them. But yeah, Castle H is on the way and this is so good. This is so good. I was not expecting this at all. And I guess having mobility from both Slavs and Franks helps you divert attention somewhere else so that your other flank can go for fast castle instead of trying to go for a more traditional pocket fast castle approach or pocket scouts and two flanks going for archers. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Ethiopian archers are going to be very powerful as well, especially since they get 18% faster shooting speed. I think one of those militias went down. But yeah, man, solid strategy here from ESY guys. This is not a small amount of scouts from Heart as well and from the Yo. Upgrades, we don't really have a lot of upgrades. Lear is the only guy with fletching, going for wheelbarrow right now. Hera's gonna be getting fletching himself. And he's gonna be going forward here on the left hand side. Against Lix, we're gonna try to keep up with everything, but 3v3s are so hectic, man, especially in the later stages of the game. gonna be pretty hard to keep up. Yeah, you can see a lot of blinking dots everywhere. We're gonna try to focus on the big fight over here. Going in favor of Leary and Hart in terms of HP pool. Military units are looking about the same, and now Vivi is in Castle Age, but he still has not clicked the crossbowman or the Balkan arrow upgrade for that matter. Here we go, crossbowman coming up, but he's gonna be left with 2, probably 3 crossbows. Not completely sure about this. They are still getting cleaned up though. Hart's gonna be left with 4 scouts against 7 from the Yo. Oh man, and even Gaia taking the archer, so it's gonna be 1 crossbow left actually. But yeah, over here these archers from Hera, not really able to do anything against Lix, who is completely walled. Gonna try to break through here, but they are gonna be in for a rude awakening as we don't have any other players. Just as I say that, Hart clicks up to Castle Age, but here's the pocket. We don't have any other flags going for Castle Age just yet, which means that Vivi was, by the way, adding the second TC, so he's gonna be getting a small villager lead. He's gonna be going forward with crossbows, and that's gonna be something that none of the SY players at this point in time has something to fight against. You're gonna have to bank on numbers, because Vivi is on 5 crossbows only, so probably like 4 or 5 scouts would be enough to clean that up. It's just going to be getting significantly worse by the minute. More archers that Vivi gets, the worse it's gonna be for AM. The Yo going out to Castle Age as well, followed closely by Leary. We should save the militia. That's gonna be instrumental in Imperial Age for sure. Oh man, he knows. Leary knows that the archers are coming his way, so he gets an outpost up. An outpost is unfortunately not really gonna be doing a whole lot for him. Yeah, these 5 crossbows. We already have Balkan arrow as well. Vivi is in a great spot now. His potential is super large. 10 crossbows, that is a significant number, man. Leary's going up, so eventually we are gonna see him with same amount of crossbows, maybe even more. But for the time being, he's gonna need to be cautious. Let's see if they are going to engage here. I definitely think this should be going in favor of SY. There is only 1 spearman over there. There's a huge amount of crossbows. Of army actually. Scouts and crossbows. Leader's gonna try to reduce the numbers, and that is good, but he is still gonna be getting cleaned up. And at this point, Vivi doesn't really need to sacrifice any more units. Harassing Leary like this is going to be good enough. And if he moves over here to the right hand side, he is probably going to be in a good position to start pushing those villagers away from goal, and that's going to be huge against an archer civilization. More scouts here from SY, as Lix is also going out to Castle Age. We're going to have 3 players pretty much banging on Leary's doors. Come on, man. Open. I just want to play a little bit. And this could potentially be very good. Let's see what they do. Leary is going for the crossbow and upgrade, and we have the scouts debating the fire from the TC, which means that the crossbows could potentially go forward. They're gonna choose to be a little bit more careful, as Hart's gonna be arriving here with 3 knights. Those crossbows from Leary, it seems like, yeah, Vivi's gonna be getting cleaned up. Unfortunately, his reinforcements are gonna be arriving to an army that's completely dead anyway. But he's setting the 3rd TC close to the gold, so he's still gonna be getting a even larger villager lead at this point, or after getting the 3rd TC up. We have Hera going for the 2nd and 3rd TC as well. Lix has talked to only 1, although he's just getting to Castle Age now. He's gonna be adding the 2nd one. All 6 players in the 3rd age. Husbandry, chain bard and armor on the way for the Yo, so you can expect already the knights, of course. And this is bad. Thank you for the help, guys, in chat. Very much appreciated. Great, perfect. Yeah, the games are recorded games. But tomorrow, on Saturday as well, and on Sunday, we're gonna have both semifinals and the finals being played live. Things looking a little bit better for AM over here, and it seems like SY are kind of losing a little bit the lead that they had. As a matter of fact, they still retain the villager lead mostly because of Vivi. Oh man, but he's going for wheelbarrow at minute 25. Gotta love that. Small skirmish over here. Scouts are greatly outnumbered by villagers. We got a single casualty over there, so Leary is not gonna be taking heavy losses. You can do exclamation mark teams, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And you should see like what players each team is playing with. You're gonna get a link to the registration thread. It's actually a cool name, yes, I agree. Oh, take a look. Did you notice that the two idle scouts that the Licks have, they managed to snipe a villager? That is not too bad. These were scouts left over from Fuel Age. That is not too bad. Here comes another potential big fight though, as we have both teams with a huge amount of army over here, mostly Leary with a huge amount of crossbows. Not so many knights for Hard, so both the Yo and Licks heavily outnumbering Hard's knights. They're gonna be banking on choke points. Kinda makes you wonder if Leary was going for this particular layout for buildings on purpose, like trying to make his base kind of claustrophobic. Which kind of works for archers, right? Because you want to have multiple places to squeeze them into. Now SY is switching targets. They're gonna be going towards hard space now. Hard's been going for knights, of course, but he's still heavily outnumbered. Licks needs to get away from there. That stable probably gonna be going down. And then this is something that I'm not really sure if SY saw coming. We have some knights over here from Licks, but Hera is showing up. Hera was not present in this area because he was massing army, and he's gonna be here with a very, very large amount of crossbows. It's probably gonna be going down. Those three monks are gonna be defending against knights as well. We have the fourth stable actually coming up for Licks. And this is gonna be 1v1 Hera versus Licks, and then it's gonna be 2v3 over here as the fight unleashes, and Hart and Leary are actually taking the lead. Whatever happened over here? There was so many more units for SY, now they are getting completely cleaned up, and over here? Hera's pushing very hard against Licks, and Licks does not really have defenses in place for this. Let's see. There we go, yes. Thumb ring. As if Ethiopian archers weren't already super strong. Yeah. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine, but Licks is taking heavy losses. Dropping to the lowest villager number, to the lowest villager count so far. And over here, of course, we also have AM pushing against Vivi's base. Vivi even lost the villager lead. Now Hera at 91. Hera's becoming very, very good at booming. I have noticed that from watching a lot of 1v1s and team games with him. Doesn't matter if he goes up a little bit later. He's always gonna be booming really well if he needs to. Let's see if he's gonna have enough to defend against this though, because he lost his entire army forward. He's gonna be down to 12 military units only. Right hand side, still Vivi getting harassed by 2 players now. Gonna be defending with his own archers. But Heart's here with a huge amount of knights. So many villagers going down as well. So Puma King, by the way, I noticed that you said something about scrolling. Do you mean scrolling like this or the zooming function? Because if I was zooming too much, I can try to do that a little bit less. Taking a look at the HP pool. Yeah, man, still looking a lot better for AM. Now, Vivi is still going to be going out to Imperial Age a lot earlier than other players, followed closely by the Yo. Then all 3 other AM players are going to be following both ASY players a little bit later. But if he doesn't have the numbers, he's on 13 archers right now. If he doesn't have the numbers to upgrade to Arbalest, then that's going to be an issue. They're still going to be cleaning this up though, so it's looking alright for SY, and it seems like a very back and forth type of game where one team cleans the other team's army, then it goes the other way. Zoom in is fine. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try to do a little bit less of that. Is anyone else feeling like that as well? Ah, there we go. Arbalests are already here for Vivi. And Imperial Age has been reached for Lix as for the Yo, actually. No, wait a moment. Yeah, for one of the AM players, for Hera. So Hera playing Britons, of course. Gonna be going for Arbalest himself. And he already got the first castle up. Not gonna need to go for trebuchets at this point in time. Oh, okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that we had decent casting for everyone. Don't want to make anyone sick. Chemistry and Halberdier coming up for Hera. I'm not really sure if that's going to work against Slavs though. Slavs, of course, against Britons too, they are gonna have the upper hand, but I'm not really sure if we're gonna see another 1v1 situation between Hera and Lix anymore. Cavalier are here for the Yo, which means that Heart's gonna have to go away as he's still waiting for his own Cavalier upgrade. Little skirmish over there, not big deal. This might be good though. Yeah, the Cavalier are gonna be cleaning that up. This is so rough for Leary right now. They're looking a little bit too passive. I am not really sure. They were aggressive just like 5 minutes ago. They were doing a good job, but SY seems to be coordinating a little bit better. Now that TC probably going to be going down to the Cavalier, not completely sure, but we also have Rams over here. Now, on the left-hand side, Hera's going forward with the Halberdier and the Arbalest. But man, against Slavs get fantastic siege for very cheap, and they also get superior infantry. So I'm really looking forward to see how this is going to turn out. Lix is getting Cavalier now. Cavalier is still not going to be that effective against Halberdier. We're gonna need something against Archers if he is gonna go for his own infantry at some point. So far though, Green's been going mostly for cavalry units only. So he's not going to be switching over to infantry anytime soon. And on the right hand side, things are going back and forth, back and forth. Now HP pulse looking significantly better for SY, but we have 2 siege weapons over there that are not really going to be doing a lot of damage. I also feel like army composition over here is better for SY as well, as arbalists are always going to be dealing damage from afar. And oh my god, Lix just went forward. He pretty much ignored the aggression from Hera, and now he's going to be harassing the yellow player. And yellow, of course, not really going to have high mobility with Halberdier, so he's going to be always playing catch-up with these Cavalier. As long as Lix stays wary of his army, is careful, and takes care of his units, he's going to be taking lives. And Hera, who is usually over-booming, going to be dropping a lot of villagers. We're going to see SY with the villager leave as well. PC going down and Paladin already on the way. Paladin already here, I mean. Hart still trying to get Paladin himself, but the numbers are looking so much better for Lix. And of course, for Vivi. Life is hard with 60 villagers. Let's take a look over here. Yeah, this is not too bad, but with the Arbalest, it's gonna be super hard for Yellow to do anything with Halberdier. Hera going for Arbalest just now. He's been in Imperial Age for a while already, so I am kind of wondering. He was prioritizing the Halberdier to defend against the Cavalier, but he didn't have Arbalest. Then on the right hand side, Leary's been getting decimated, man. 42 villagers. Hera really needs to carry on the left, because on the right, Leary's no longer here anymore. He's actually been expanding over to the left. And Vivi is going to be taking this corner of the map, which is going to make it a little bit awkward for Aftermath to try and trade. Yeah, Heart's going for the markets over here, but they don't have control of this corner. They don't have control of this corner. Trade is going to be very inefficient for AM. And then Yo's been doing a fantastic job against Hera. Yo, by the way, on 145 villagers. Never stop creating villagers, I guess. Castle app over here for the Ethiopian player. I had to wonder if he's going to be going for Shuttle Warriors at some point. I don't think it makes sense in this particular situation with these army compositions. Most likely just going to be going for trebuchets, but this might be the end. I think this might be the end. If they had any trade, they wouldn't be able to use it. That's a lot of villagers from Leary going down. Also keep in mind, guys, that for this particular tournament, we have nerfed Sling severely, so you actually cannot send resources unless you research coinage, which becomes available only in Imperial Age. So players are going to be banking on actual player skill. That you cannot sling here. You can only send like a little bit of resources in Imperial Age in case your allies, like, they need to build a TCE and do not have enough stone or something, but at that stage of the game, or actually in the earlier stages of the game, if you need to sling resources for TCs, then chances are you're pretty much dead anyway. The villagers going down here for Lix. Hera doing a decent job. That's an important amount of Halberdier as well. So the Cavalier are not really gonna be doing that well over here. Oh, the monks though, the monks! Don't take the wool of those. Sling isn't player skill. Getting slung, you need a skillful player to get slung and actually make use of it properly, but it's been an OP strategy. Most pro players agree. Hard pocket, the mistake maybe? Not really sure. I don't think so. Maybe it's kind of a double-edged sword. You want to use your weakest. I don't know. I'm not really sure if this in this situation. I think Hera has not been playing that much lately, right? So do you really trust them with the pocket position? Have them boom and potentially carry afterwards, or do you trust them in flank where they could potentially be getting 1v1? Maybe against SY would have been good to go for flank just because it's pretty expected that the Yo is gonna be getting pocket. Not really sure. And of course don't want to downplay any players. The GG has been called? Yeah, there is no way back, man. Take a look, the villager difference, the military difference. They don't have any trade. SY would trade over here on the right side. There is just no space for trading. Oh my god. Were they actually trading like this? Like 10 tiles away? Did they have any other market? University market? I don't think they were using this one. Yeah, they actually did not have any trading routes. They actually did not have any trading routes. I think they were trading like this. That's very unfortunate, but that was super well played by SY. And this is Aftermath we are talking about. So not too shabby. Let's jump into the second game, and remember guys as well that by typing exclamation mark raffle in the chat, you're gonna join the chances of you're gonna get a chance to win a free copy of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. We are gonna be giving the one copy after this series, and then we're gonna give away another copy at the end of the next series, and then we're gonna also be giving away 3 months of Vuli Premium. All right, so that's also something to keep in mind. Quick second, we are gonna jump into the second game. Very quick. There we go. Sorry for the delay. Jesus, English is kind of bad today. Sloppy English. And the scores are wrong, of course. You know what? I'm gonna change this like this. It's gonna be a little bit easier. Yeah, there we go. That works. Let's go. Perfect. Do we have the right colors? Now we do. It's a warm versus cold. And I think we should be set to start now. Alright, welcome everyone to the second game of the first series of today's stream. In this quarterfinals, we're gonna have Vivi, the Yo, and Lix fighting against Hera, Hart, and Lyri, so the team roster is going to remain the same. They are not going to be using any other players. I'm not really sure they actually have a fourth player, so AM does not have. Not completely sure for SY. So for anyone who is curious about the teams, the rosters, you can do exclamation mark teams if I'm not mistaken. It's a smiley face. Yeah, it kind of is, yes. Take a look at this though. Lix right off the bat going forward towards Hera's base, sorry. But yeah, before jumping into civilizations, positions, and whatnot, let me remind you that Oasis for Rise to Glory has 30% less wood, so it's a little bit more open and shouldn't lead to like a 5 hours long game. Just wanted to mention that. But yeah, for positions we're gonna have in the south flanks, Lix playing with Celts versus Hera playing with Aztecs. Then in the north flank we're gonna have Vivi playing as Spanish versus Lyri playing as Spanish as well. So Vivi and Lyri both Spanish. Then pockets are going to be Hard playing as Persians. This is quite standard as well. We have seen these civilizations in Oasis. in most of the matchup. Yeah, the matches up until this point. And the Yo is going for Mongols. Okay. Yeah, Celt pocket we have seen quite a bit. Spanish we have seen quite a bit as well. A little bit of layman over here. Vivi taking some sheep away from, or some goats away from Leary. Well, not too bad at this point. Strange pick for Oasis Aztecs. Green and yellow TCs. Make the eyes of the face. Wait a moment. Green and yellow. Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay, I see it now. Players changed colors. No, this is just feature for Capture H. You see, this is the actual colors that they were playing with. But because it's not so good, especially for like... Yeah, over here, I'm not really sure. Let's see who is... Yeah, it's a lot harder to keep up. So Capture H has a feature that automatically sets the warm colors to one team and the cold colors to the other team. Makes it a little bit easier, more contrasty. Little skirmish over there. Yeah, villager is not gonna be going down. That eagle took a lot of damage though. 0 KD so far, so we have not seen any casualties from boars. Oh man, there is no way. There is no way. That villager should not be going down. This is the home map for AM as well. Yeah, the feature is fantastic. Love it. Exclamation mark CA for everyone if you want to learn more about Capture H, which by the way is going to be going public very, very soon. You can also donate to the project over there. You're going to be getting a link to the webpage. But yeah, this is interesting already. The Yo is going up for, yeah, for Fuel H. Being the pocket for his team. So he's gonna be going for scouts most likely. Then who's gonna be the next one going up? Vivi is researching Loom. Heart's gonna be going up. They're gonna see scouts already. It seems like we are not gonna see these teams trying to go for full walls and push this game into late Imperial Age. NBL's the outlier, yeah, he's playing in the Outsiders. Outsiders played yesterday. Actually, no, they played, or actually the matches were casted on Tuesday. Let's see, both flanks. Gonna be going for some aggression, yeah, yellow. So V is gonna be sending some militia. We already have some militia over here from Lix. He already got spotted though. And Hera with the weakened Eagle Scout from earlier on. Gonna be struggling against this. Oh man, this is bad. This is bad. You had to wonder though, I think he saw this coming. He's probably gonna be losing a villager, really? To militias. Oh no, Hera. And that Eagle Scout is taking so much freaking damage, and another villager is going to be going down for sure, and that's going to be... Yeah, 2 villagers down for Hera. That's gonna be 3 villagers down for Hera. He's bringing the militias right now, but he's been fighting with vills. He lost 3 villagers to militias. What is the situation over here in the north? Outsiders played against Alliance, if I am not mistaken. Oh, man. And Viv is bringing the villagers, so it's going to be a Spanish Thrush. Minotaurs and Thrush. And this is interesting because we also have the militias over here from Leary, and because we are closer to his base, he's going to have more villagers to work with. So getting the counter tower up should not be a big problem for him. 30% faster working villagers for Spanish means that the towers are going to be going up super quick. For militias is okay though, although Leary is going to be getting the men-at-arms upgraded a little bit sooner. Oh man, Vivi just lost like 2 Minotaurs for free. Jesus. This is so bad for Vivi. I'm not really sure why he went for this. It was a little bit over aggressive if you ask me. Going straight into the point, the line of sight of Leary. Yeah, 2 villagers down already. Actually 1 villager down. He's still gonna have 4. And on the right hand side, it is Hera, the one who's gonna be going aggressive with towers now. And he kind of has to. He needs to do some damage now to make up for the 3 lost villagers. There is no way this tower is gonna be coming up for Licks. Or maybe it will. If he micros this properly, should be able to get it up. But that's a lot of villagers though. That's 9 villagers working in a tower. And he could potentially lose one. Let's see, there are Minotaurs over here and he's actually not gonna have any towers closer to the TC to defend with. So that's 1 villager going down already. Minotaurs going down as well. He does not have enough stone to go for another tower, so this one is going to be going down to the Minotaurs and the tower fire. Back in the north, more towers coming up from Vivi. Who's not bringing more villagers forward actually, so it's still going to be the same 4. Everyone's in fuel H. This is not too bad for Hera. This is not too bad. Taking stone back at home. He's gonna be okay. The real question is Licks going to be okay after that? You see, in this particular situation, we don't have any of the 6 players close to clicking up to Castle Age. Lear is really trying to make it difficult for Vivi to keep on pushing with towers, and Vivi's already committed. He spent so much time with these villagers trying to go for towers. He really wants to keep going for more. Because if he fails to do damage, that's gonna be a lot of idle time for him. You could potentially say that he is already kind of behind, having lost 1 villager already. Now we have Spearman over here from green as well, so Vivi's not. Oh man, what a play, what a play. That's awful. That is the issue with this situation. He was kind of committed already, but Leary played this very well, and I think it's most certain that Vivi is gonna be losing those 2 remaining villagers as well. And yeah, that's super bad for the yellow player. On the right hand side though, Licks has lost another villager to the Minotaurs, so that's going to bring the villager advantage for Licks against Hera to only... Actually no, he already lost the villager advantage. So everywhere you look, it's looking very green for SY. Yo is the only player who has not been affected by this. He does not even have the highest villager count because the Persian TC working faster and because of getting wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow is going to account for 3 villagers. Then the other 2 villagers from the Persian player just come from the faster working TCs. And this is so bad! Now, many of those Minotaurs are kind of weak though, but they can still take villagers. There are many weak villagers over here. Take a look at that one. 4 HP. If anything, they are going to be making this awfully inefficient wool line even worse. Licks is in a very awful position, and on the left hand side, Yo is not really finding any snipes, getting pushed away by spearmen and scouts. Now he's gonna be switching over to Heart, and is he gonna be able to do anything? Heart's already going for scale bard in armor, and at this point in time Yo only has forging. He does not have any defense upgrades. Of course, forging is going to counter scale bard in armor. But then again, Heart's gonna be here in his own base, and he's gonna be able to get the reinforcements out, which is not the same for the Yo, of course. So if he goes for like 2 spearmen, he should be fine. He already has 2. Could potentially go for a 3rd one. and it's gonna be fine. Then on the right hand side, Leary is still doing so much damage with those villagers, and this is unreasonable at this point. Castle H on the way for the Yo though, that's gonna be good, but Hera is getting close to clicking up. And in Castle H, the Aztec player is most likely just gonna finish Lix. It's a good engagement for the purple player though. So we're gonna keep an eye on this, but let's go back to this. Aztecs versus Celts. Scale Bardin armor coming out for the Yos is gonna be going for Knights for sure. Walls finally coming up as well on the flanks. So Vivi just laid like a full map stone wall that he's gonna have to build right now with 4 villagers even. Hello there. Hello, hello. Yeah, the raffle is for an Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition copy. You're not gonna be able to play it right now, of course, but you're gonna have it already in your library for when it comes out November 14th. Yeah, it's in the title as well. Good point. Don't know, but want to win free stuff? Of course. You know, some people actually make like bots that go around the web just trying to join every raffle possible. I wonder if we have any people joining like that here. Probably like a fake account or something. Anyway, I'm digressing, and we already have 1 player in Castle Age, so of course the Yo is going for Knights. But then again, he does not have any stables forward, so he's gonna be sending his units from all the way back towards Lix's base. Lix is trying to regain control of his map. For the time being, he's gonna be getting a defensive tower up preemptively. Not much going on over here. Surprisingly enough though, the villager count's actually not that different for both teams. As well as the military count, it's actually pretty much the same. Oh my god, but another villager going down for Lix. And I was feeling so proud for him for taking 3 villagers with militias from Hera, but how many has he lost already? KD is 12 to 4, maybe like 7 of those were villagers? He's quite behind. Where are the knights from the Yo though? Okay, over here. Castle coming up from BB, that is a good one, but Hera and Leary already have enough stone to go for castles themselves, and they are going out to Castle Age. So Vivi is gonna need to do something else here. I think he's gonna need to go for an extra TC eventually. Of course, Conquistadors are going to be very good, but then again, we're also gonna have Conquistadors from Leary. Both players are in a very similar situation, actually. Vivi a little bit ahead in terms of villager count. We're gonna see the first few Conquistadors coming out. That could potentially be a game changer. If he plays his cards right, I think Vivi is gonna get in a position where Aftermath's really gonna be struggling to counter those units. Because if you get like 4 Conquistadors out, 5 Conquistadors out, and you take good fights against the other Conquistadors from the other Spanish player, you can eventually snowball. That might be something worth keeping in mind. It's gonna be interesting though. Forward castle coming out from Hera as well, so you have both flanks with a lot of aggression. Lix going out to Castle Age now, finally. There's a bunch of knights over here. And Hart's been going for multiple TCs, so that's also something to keep in mind. He is going to be getting ahead. Or actually, no, never mind. The Yo is actually on 3 TCs. So it's gonna be a very similar situation for both teams. Still, the villager count's about the same. SY is actually on 3 extra villagers. Military count slightly higher for AM, although knights are going to be a lot better than eagle warriors, of course. Camels might change the equation though from Persians. But then again, we also have camels from the Mongol player. It's not going to be as good of a camel, especially in Imperial Age, because it's not getting plate barred in armor, which Persians do get. But it's gonna be decent here in Castle Age. One thing that the Aztec player can provide though is monks, and I wonder if he's gonna be doing that or not. The Spanish player can also do that, and so we have seen Leary going for 2 monasteries. Over 9,000, yeah. You wish. Final player in Feudal Age is finally gonna hit castle very soon. And what is the conquistador count so far? Oh my god, 7-2. And this is what I was talking about. If he can snowball this, he should be able to stay on top. He's gonna need to be careful about those monks though. But on the right hand side is where most of the action's going on, as the Yo is getting cleaned up by camels and eagle warriors. Not gonna be able to defend Lix very well here. But Lix already has enough resources to go for his own castle, and he's actually gonna be dropping it. Is this going to be too ambitious? We have knights over here and we have eagles over here. He's not been going for the quick walls, so this is gonna be potentially bad. He needs to go for the quick walls right now. Oh no! He was so close, dude! No, this is so bad. Castle's getting denied at 37%. I don't understand this. Why didn't he do that? Oh, he was probably paying attention somewhere else. Maybe he was getting raided somewhere else. I was paying attention over here, of course. But that was so important. This might be the chance though. Okay, he's gonna try to force it. He's gonna try to force... Come on, please get the walls up. Oh no. What is that palisade? Oh no, oh no, here it comes again. Castle's at 60%. He's on 37 villagers and dropping even more. He had enough resources for a gate. You can feel the pressure. You can feel the pressure through the point of view of Lix over here. Actually thought that was doubt for a bit. Well, he's gonna be getting the second TC up, so that's gonna be something. As Hera's sticking to 1 TC, maybe he's gonna be able to bounce back into the game and get enough villagers up. But it's a very dire situation. He cannot get his castle up. His villager count is extremely low for this stage of the game. Yo is really struggling against this amount of units, of course. There's a lot of camels here from Heart and Knights, Eagle Warriors. And finally the quick wall is coming up. Oh no. Okay, it's coming up. It's coming up. Is it? Okay, 95%. There we go. The castle's eventually gonna come up. You can clearly see how he was asking for help, as Vivi had to bring like his conquistadors from way over there to Lix's base. But he already got the castle up at least, so that's good. You can see how well Hera was harassing Lix, that we still had 275 berries that he was not able to take at all. It's gonna provide Lix with a little bit of fresh air. But he needs to get back into the game, so I would probably advise to go for a third TC, maybe a fourth one if he could. Try to just mank on Vivi, sorry, and the Yo to hold on over here, especially if they can make use of the defensive castle from Lix, they should be fine. Now the Yo is going out to Imperial Age. He's on 98 villagers, so he has the villager lead. And being the only Mongol player in this match, his unique unit, especially when fully upgraded, is going to play a huge role. But they need to keep Lix alive. And it's been a struggle so far. Aztecs will begin to get weaker now. I think especially with Mangudai and potentially Cavalier. Oh man, I don't know, because I would say probably the Aztec player could go for monks. So they are a monk and an infantry civilization. They get fully upgraded infantry. They don't get fully upgraded archer units, but that doesn't really matter. I think monks, elite eagle warriors for raiding, then monks for converting cavalier or paladin would be good. But it's not going to be perfect. He's gonna be banking hard on his teammates. He did manage to do so much damage though in feudal and castle age that I'm not really sure if it's going to make a huge difference. We're gonna have to wait and see how well SY manages to hold on, which seems to be quite well, by the way. If you take a look at the villager count, they are actually ahead despite the leagues being significantly behind. Vivi's been booming a lot better than Leary. Yo's been booming a lot better than Hart, who stuck to only 3 TCs despite being in the pocket and trying to boom. So he was not committing to full army, he was not committing to full booming. And you can see how Yo kind of committed to full booming, and he's in a much better position. Getting Parthian tactics, chemistry bracer, conscription now. Even a forward castle here to defend leagues with. Already a few Mangudai out. And this is not too bad. This is not too bad. He's gonna need to bring the villagers though. Left hand side, second castle on the way for Vivi, who is gonna be banking more and more conquistadors. Leary managed to get away with a few conquistadors going forward towards Vivi's base. But Vivi should be able to clean this up. He might be losing a few villages, but he's still going to be wildly ahead of Leary, and he's gonna be cleaning that up for sure. This castle is an issue, and we need to see Mr. Yo getting that up if they want to have a chance in late Imperial Age. Because the pressure from Hera is still very strong onto leagues. And Hart's getting Cavalier and Heavy Camel. It's gonna be going for full cavalry, of course, as Persians. Plate Bardin armor, even for the +3, +4. Imperial Age on the way for Leary. But we already have 2 trebuchets from both castles from, yeah, Vivi, so Leary's gonna be losing this, he's gonna be losing this. He's only gonna be left with 1 TC after that. He's getting the 3rd TC up now, but I'm not really sure if that's gonna be enough. He does not have the military power at this point. He's in 15 military units, and even though that is higher than Vivi, Vivi's got more production capacity. He's on 2 castles. Leary's about to be on 0. Exactly, on the left side, it really looks like Leary is going to die to Vivi. And then on the right, they are... I feel like AEM is kind of struggling against SY. Yo's been doing a good job of balancing booming and providing some military support to leagues, but without overcommitting, kind of like Hard did over here, I feel like. And of course the Aztec player still in Castle Age, not really going to be able to provide anything valuable against Imperial Age army. We're going to have 4 castles already over here from the Yo. And things are going to start looking a lot better for SY. You can see already the markets coming up, taking advantage of the neutral gold as well. Markets coming up over here from Vivi. We don't have any signs of trading over here from AEM. We have a few villagers, but I'm not really sure how long these guys been here. And then we don't have anyone else on the left corner of the map. So the Castle Age player, not really going to be able to do anything against trebuchets, not really going to be able to do anything against elite Mangudai. With 12 attacking, fully upgraded. Yo is going for hoardings even. There we go. Lear is going for full monks. He knows that he's not going to be able to catch up again in Conquistador count. I would love to see something like that from the Aztec player, but he's probably going to be committing to Eagle Warriors. He's on the way to Imperial Age, so those are going to be elite Eagle Warriors soon. But then again, not having a castle from which to research Garland Wars is going to be an issue. He's going for Atlatl now, so that's going to be providing extra range and extra damage to skirmishers that he's going to be producing now. Would be ironic if the castle went down before Atlatl got researched, but nah, that's not going to happen. Left hand side, we see Hart bringing his units over here, but we already have pikemen over. What is that? Oh my god. The prediction skills from the Spanish player. He already had 3 barracks and he's going for the 4th barrack up. Halberdier on the way as well. Yeah, man. This is gonna be a struggle against Halberdier. The prize pool is $750. Next game, Oasis, 3 hours, nothing. This Oasis for Rise to Glory actually has 30% less wood than usual. Let's take a look over here. Could be a potentially devastating raid. So we don't even have a lit skirmisher at this point in time. Bracer is being researched by Hera. And a castle coming up. I don't think it's going to be getting denied. What is at the center of the map? There's just a little bit of water with a little bit of fish. That's why it's named Oasis, but not really useful unless you want to go for... Well, with 2 Spanish players, we could potentially see like a similar situation than we have in ECL. Man, I guarantee to you that the Yo was hoping to find like a huge stream of trading cards over here. He was not expecting these guys to not have like trade at all. Now he's gonna have to go the entire southwest side to try and find trading cards to actually raid, because they are so scarce at this point in time. 4 trading cards, all from Hart. 23 already for SY. 1 castle went down for VV over here, but we already have the Halberdier, so it's gonna be fine against cavalry units, and if he keeps massing more and more, he should be fine even against monks, I guess. It depends on the microing skills of Leary. I'm not really sure what his monk micro is. I would probably guess that it's kind of godlike. Right hand side, things are not looking that bad for Aftermath actually. Taking 3 trebuchets, bunch of Mangodai as well. Yeah, that was not a cost-effective trade for the Yo. Probably doesn't matter as much, as he's gonna be getting a lot of gold from trading. How many games they should play to win that much? Well, see, it's not $750 for the winner. It's $400 for the winner and $250 for the second place. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm gonna take a look afterward after this. But they have to win the round 1, which is round 16, then round 2, which is quarterfinals. So this one. So that'll make for 6 victories out of 10 games potentially, and then semifinals and finals, which are potentially 7 games each, or 4 victories, so that is 14 total victories that they need out of a potential 24 games, if I'm not mistaken. Quick maths, by the way. If I'm wrong, well, it's because I'm streaming, okay? Don't judge me. Lix has successfully bounced back into this game as well with 107 villagers, 108 at this point. Getting the Imperial Age upgrade as well. And even though Vivi lost both of those forward castles, which I think he probably shouldn't have, but to be fair, he got pushed by Hart. He still managed to get a few up here. Drill coming out for the Yo, so we are gonna see some siege over there. Yeah, we already have 3 siege workshops with siege ram on the way, and with drills, those guys are going to be super quick. There we go, they are gonna be going 4 on drills. Take a look at this. Pow. Extremely quick siege. This is a little bit sloppy though. Needs to go back. He's gonna be banking on Lix providing some wood raiders against the camels as well. It's just gonna be fine. We'll love to see some halberdier coming up from the Celt player. Extra speed is certainly going to help. But Wood Raiders are of course going to be a lot better against skirmishers, especially with Atlatl. A lot better than halberdier. More siege ram coming up. He did lose the initial batch, but he managed to hold on because of it. Lix is going for elite boat raiders. Chainmail armor for the +2/+2 is gonna need to go for plate. Mail armor for the +3/+4. But on the left, the Yo is bringing the Mangudai over. They're gonna be taking the monks on the siege potentially. Let's take a look over here. 11 Mangudai left. Leary's trying to do the impossible here and trying to micro a lot of monks while he's also microing the rest of his army, but I'm not really sure if he's going to be able to hold on. Now, this is poor positioning, I think, from Yo, who's going to be left on 7 Mangudai only. Taking a look, the HP pool is going to be looking significantly better for SY, though. Yeah. Okay, this is not too bad. Leary is going to be getting cleaned up, which is unfortunate. That was like 1,200, maybe 1,500 gold worth of monks. We even have the towers here coming out from the Spanish player. Would not be surprised to see bombard towers coming up as well. Going for keep. Right hand side. Still kind of stagnant. I would say probably that SY has been more successful over here. But not by a huge margin. This is gonna be good though. This is gonna be a very powerful push from SY. That's a lot of Wood Raiders. C-Trans going forward as well. Gonna be soaking a lot of damage from the skirmishers. Or at the very least, he's gonna be forcing Hera to micro one by one all the Mangudai down. And there is 38 Mangudai over here, so that's gonna be taking a while. Oh man, this is looking so much better for SY. It's not even close. It's not even close. Army is looking very good. They are just calling it. They are just calling it. And that's gonna be game 2. Flawless series for SY so far. It's gonna be 2-0. 2-0. That means that the next game is potentially gonna be match point. This is the best of 5, by the way. And it's over. Yes, yes. Too much Dota for Lirio, man. What a game, though. What a game. Action-packed from Feudal Age. With Hera losing 3 villagers to militias from Lix. To Lix getting almost defeated. To a huge bounce back from SY with support from the Yo, very strong push from Vivi onto Leary. That's been fantastic. I love this game. We are back. What do you mean 14 diaper stream, Nova? Yeah, it's Nova streaming. Should be getting a diaper. Why not? Do we have warm colors yet? Okay, there we go. Perfect. So let's begin this. 14-14, start the game already, and welcome everyone to the 3rd game of the first series of today's stream. Potential match point for SY. So AN's gonna have to clutch it up, man. It's a reverse sweep or die, pretty much. No second chances. Also, we don't have any rees here because the maps are bug free. They are really gonna need to clutch it up. No second chances. These games are recorded games. Casting is live. And semifinals and finals are going to be live though. Which are going to happen Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's see. Alright, let's jump into the game. This time around, same players, exactly the same players. We are going to have different flanks though. This time around it's going to be Hera versus... Wait a moment. Hera versus Lix, never mind. It's going to be the same. Left hand side, Leary versus... Vivi. It's going to be the same. Exactly the same. That's interesting though. So remember that we were talking about being able to pick positions? Usually, or at least historically, it's been the case that whenever you go for the same army compositions for the first 2 games, if you are in a potential match point situation, you switch your flanks. So I am not really sure if they did this or not. If they switch flanks, like if SY switched their flanks, then probably AM also switched them, anticipating that SY were gonna try not to have Lix fight Hera. But anyway, let's talk about civilization. So for Southwest, we're gonna have Leary fighting Vivi with Japanese versus Mayans. Right hand side we have Hera with Huns against Lix with Huns as well. Then both pockets are gonna be Indians for Heart, and then finally Persians for the Yo. Because he used Mongols last time around, he's gonna have Persians available now. But of course, this is gonna be tricky. Indians are gonna be better than Persians in terms of cavalry. Let's see. Can you switch colors? To be consistent? Let me see. I'm not completely sure. I'm gonna try. Give me a moment. I don't think so though. No, unfortunately. Let's see. No, it's not possible, sorry. At least there is no way that I'm aware of. Yeah, I know. I remember that SY used to be the warm colors, but there is no way for me to change that, unfortunately. Let's talk about the map a little bit. So for those of you who are familiar with Cross, usually you start with 4 pawns in the corners of the map, right? But that also has a side effect that it makes it a little bit predictable which pawn the players are going to be going for. While in Crisscross, you're also going to have pawns on each side of the map, and then you're going to have a central pawn in the middle. So it opens up the possibility to go for a different pawn. That makes it a lot harder for your opponent to actually predict where you're going to be going. It's going to make it a lot harder for your opponent to drop a dock on your own pawn, etc. I try to, but it's not possible. Actually, okay, let me see. We're gonna try again. So we're in Hera's point of view now. We're gonna switch over to Mr. Yo. No, it's not possible. I'm not really sure why though. I think this map should be named Cog. Let's see. Loom's already on the way for Heart, so he's gonna be the first player to go out to Feudal Age, so it's gonna be fast Feudal Pocket. We have 3 additional players going for Loom right now, so it's gonna be 4 players going out to Feudal Age. Very close to each other. How do Japanese do versus Mayans? I will probably give the upper hand to Mayans. Japanese get some of the best infantry, but Mayans get some of the best archers. And even though Japanese also get good archers, Mayans are a lot better, especially in a team game situation. They get a very solid eco bonus as well. Allows them to go for Castle Age without really investing a lot of stuff, which is not the case for Japanese. Japanese eco bonus comes mostly from having cheaper drop-off buildings. Although they do have, let's see, how many fish? They do have faster working fishing ships. In Dark Age, it's not too much. In Feudal Age, it goes up to 10% faster working fishing ships. And these guys are not going to be going down to fire galleys, which is good. But yeah, it's going to depend on him going heavily into fish, which I'm not really sure if he's going to go for. And then again, he's going to have to take care of land versus the Mayan player. Nobody up from SY, kind of surprising, right? All 3 players from AM going up already. With the pocket player going up the fastest as well. There we go, we're gonna see the stables coming up. On the left side, so he's gonna be targeting Vivi. And that makes sense. And yeah, archer range on the way for Lear. They are going to be targeting Vivi, of course, because they expect him to go for fast castle, and they can already see this. This is hard scout inside Vivi's base, spotting the double palisade walls. Vivi's kind of being greedy with it. I think he could have gone... He could have clicked up already. Oh man, there we go. All three SY players trying to be greedy, so they do have a little bit of margin here, right? Oh no, oh no! There was a hole, there is always a hole, this is so bad! You have double palisade walls everywhere in your map, but there's a single empty tile over here that's going to render all that effort pointless. Of course there's going to be a hole. Dadgum. Well, I am not really sure if they are going to be able to get away with this anymore. I mean, Vivi's going to be under pressure for sure. And he's... Okay, he realized about this now. He's going to be fine. His lumberjacks are going to be fine. Yeah, he's okay. And he's the only one who's going to be pressured for the time being. But we have Lyric going towards the Yo's base. And the Yo's going to be getting the barracks up. And is this going to truncate the transition to Castle Age? Is this going to force a Yo to go for a stable right now? And play defensive instead of trying to push for fast castle? I don't think so, because these are melee units only. If they go for quick walls, they should be fine. Right hand side though, bunch of archers from Hera going forward. And unfortunately, Lix did not go for the double wall, so we're gonna need to see a palisade gate over here. Perpendicular palisade gate. Blacksmith should not work. Once you get fletching, this archer should be able to deny this. But yeah, resources are actually not looking that bad for the Yo. He already got the stables in the market up, so he should be able to click up. And there we go, Castle Age is on the way for the Yo. And we have the first archer hitting the scene, so he's gonna have to go back. Probably lose a villager or two over here. Please don't call him the Yo. That's his name, man. I have had complaints from both. Calling him the Yo and Mr. Yo. I guess... Yeah, it's probably not possible to please everyone. But man, this is kind of sloppy. He's trying to divert some attention here, I think. But he's not gonna manage to. And those 4 villagers are going down. I think that's an archer. So he's still gonna be going out to Castle Age. Which is good. As he's the only player, Lix is following suit. But Vivi, who was arguably like the player to go for fast castle, is gonna be stuck in feudal age for the time being. He's getting very close to clicking up though. Not really sure what's the situation with buildings. Okay, he's getting the blacksmith up now. More stables on the way for the Yo. We're gonna see a few knights. Few knights are gonna clean this up for sure. But he's been taking losses. He's on 38 villagers right now. Not too bad though, all things considered. Leary is on 40 and he's still not clicked up. Yo's already up. There we go. 2 knights on the way. Right hand side. Lick's been struggling against this push. That's a lot of archers from Hera, but Hera is not gonna be clicking up just yet. So Lix is gonna be fine. He's on 2 archery ranges, getting some skirmishers. The Mr. Yo. That'll be good. Well, Yo is getting a second TC. Let's call him just Yo. No pronouns. How about that? And Hera on his way to Castle Age. Hart about to hit Castle Age, and Leary also on his way up. That's gonna leave... Yeah, all 3 players from AM gonna be hitting Castle Age at about the same time than Vivi. Now, to be fair, they have not been doing enough damage in my opinion. There is only 7 less villagers for SY, and that is also not only villagers, of course, but also takes into account fishing ships. Ah, brave dock in the middle water. The Hera on his way to Castle Age. Yo, the mister? Come on, man. Be serious, this is a tournament. I need to cast this. Alright, things are getting spicy. The castle from VV is coming up, and Plume Archers are going to be huge in this matchup. They have such a high raiding potential. They're going to be great defending against infantry units. They're going to be great defending against other types of archers as well. We have the second TC from Yo already up. Third TC on the way already. Ah, he's in a great spot. He's actually getting housed even. Then on the right hand side, we don't really have a lot going on from Hera. Lix managed to hold on just fine. He's actually pushing back now. Some cavalry archers. And it's gonna be cavalry archers from the Hun player from SY. It's going to be archers from the Hun player from Aftermath. And it's gonna be archers on the left for the Mayan player. It's gonna be... What is the Japanese player going for? Archers as well. And then we have knights from the Persian player and camels from the Indian, of course. With a good amount of Plume Archers, those camels are gonna be struggling though. So we're gonna need something else. And yeah, man, Hera kind of struggling to do damage. Villager count's actually gonna be higher for SY now. Now I would say the largest issue right now for SY is that the Mayan player is only gonna be able to produce Plume Archers from a single castle, while the Japanese player is going to be producing from multiple archery ranges, of course. But if he manages to mass enough, he should be fine. And he could potentially go forward as well and start raiding, which is going to be a lot easier for Plume Archers than crossbows. When does the raffle start? So you can get into the raffle at any point in time, and we are going to be drawing a winner after the series. So maybe after this game, maybe after 3 more games. And Vivi's been struggling to close this. He lost a villager over here. This is so smart from AEM as well. This is something that you don't really see a lot of lower rated players do. If you get a position advantage, you hold on to it and you defend your position. That is exactly what AEM did over there. This is their gateway. This is their gateway into SY's army, SY's bases. But now with the middle water control, they could potentially go for a few transport ships, if they needed to, anyway. A little bit of action over here. Oh, very nice sneaky dock from Vivi coming up over here and going against Lyri's fishing ships, and you can see how long it takes for the Japanese fishing ships to go down. It's ridiculous. Twice the HP and 2 extra pierce armor. That makes them borderline water tanks. Almost like turtle ships, but only for fishing. Hera going to Imperial Age. He's getting close though. He's gonna be 1000 food for sure. He's gonna need to get a little bit more gold. Then he's gonna need to transition over to either cavalry, cavalry archers, or regular knights. Because of course, archers are not really that good in Imperial Age for Huns. I kind of feel like Lix kind of bit him to the punch though. He's got a good amount over here. Now this is what we're talking about. Bunch of plume archers. Once you get to this amount, maybe a little bit more, it's gonna be a little bit harder for your opponent to fight your army. Although if you're sloppy, you can still drop numbers. Oh, that was bad, man. He was fighting uphills. Not really paying that much attention to his army. He's on 9 military units right now. I feel like as a Mayan player, he should be a little bit higher at this point. And Heart's actually going to be the first one to click out to Imperial Age. Imperial camels are going to be an issue if we don't have any army here from the Mayan player. We don't have enough army from the Han player. Era going up. Yeah, he's not going to be investing into crossbows anymore. He switched over to cavalry archers already. Right here. There we go. These camels from Indians as well, they are going to be very tricky to fight against with the +1 pierce armor. Makes them increasingly harder to fight with ranged units. Now we have some camels from the Persian player, which is gonna be fine, as long as they are not against ranged units. It's gonna be okay. Up until the Indian player, of course, gets Imperial camels. Alright, things are getting spicy though. The transport ship is out. Oh, only 5 transport. Only 5 garrison space though. Water battle going in favor of Leary, so they're gonna be holding on to the middle water. Could potentially be very good. We could see cannon galleons potentially, maybe galleon from the Indian player or the Japanese player. That'd be nice, of course, because you would have a very nice water support for your land units, which is a little twist that Crisscross has over regular cross. Hey, Mr. Lidacor, how are you doing? Project Belgium as well. AOC Daniel. A bunch of villagers going down. Villager count's gonna be about the same. Still a little bit higher for AM at this point. That's so many villagers! Leary's not doing anything. Oh my god! Did he not notice about this? Is he probably microing over here somewhere else? His archers are just patrolling. Oh, he realized just now, but he lost a bunch of villagers. He's dropping down to the lowest villager count from all 6 players. And that's actually... Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, Leary! Oh, so many villagers going down, and now... Vivi is also splitting his army, so he's gonna be maximizing value. Could have been a little bit worse, but it was not too shabby here for the blue player. That was a lot of villagers going down. Imperial Age is on the way for Vivi and Yo, as well as Hera, so that is going to leave us with 4 Imperial Age players. Yeah, but this should be over for those plumed archers. Hearts are really on heavy camels. He does not have Imperial just yet. He's getting the resources though. And over here, let's see. Actually, yes, White trying to get back in water. And what do they get? So Persians are okay. Persians can go for cannon galleons, can go for galleon. Gonna be a lot better on water than something like Huns, say, or Mayans. Mayans are okay though. They are the best American civilization in regards to water availability. They are the only ones to get heavy demolition ship. Third castle coming up for the Mayan players, so the plume spam is gonna be real, especially as Imperial Age approaches. We're gonna see elite plume archers on the way for sure. All 3 players from SY going up. We have 2 Imperial Age players from AM, But Leary, for the time being, is not going to be clicking up anytime soon. Still 100 villagers, not a problem. AM has the villager lead though, to be sure. Yeah. But there we go, conscription coming up, 2 mansaw to beef up your wood income. Bracer chemistry, conscription, yes. Plate Bardin armor and cavalier coming up for the Persian player, so he's gonna be banking on a teammate to actually fight against the camels. We have some transports over here, a single transport for the time being. We do have some Wadi units over here from Yo, so this could be pretty bad. Let's see. A little bit of a raiding attempt over here, probably not really doing a whole lot of damage. This could be bad, this could be bad. Imperial Age camels. By the way, these are Imperial camels from the Indian player already. DC getting denied. I don't know what to pay attention to. This is gonna be getting cleaned up. I think those plumed archers should be going down to the Imperial camels, but this is gonna be... Oh, we don't have any demolition ships left anymore. The transport is gonna be successful and those Imperial camels are gonna start raiding. Which is good, and also very nice quick walls coming up here from Leary, so the Imperial camels are definitely gonna be cleaning that up, and that is a lot of units going down for the blue player. He's only on 4 units over here. I think he had the other 20 units forward, so he's gonna be going down super fast. Tarkans here from Hera as well, so those units are gonna be fantastic against cavalry archers with very high pierce armor. These are elite Tarkans as well. We don't have chain Bardin armor or plate Bardin armor for that matter, so they are only going to be on 5 pierce armor. It's still going to be very good though against cavalry archers with only Bodkin arrow. They're going to be taking only 3 damage per shot. These halberdier are going to be good. Elix was already expecting this, of course. Castle on the way. Already trying to mass some halberdier. He's gonna need to ungarrison this. There we go. And the Imperial camels landed. They started raiding a little bit. Probably gonna be getting cleaned up by the cavalier though. We have a few conversions coming up over here as well. Yeah, not really doing that much damage. Yo's gonna be left with 113 villagers and no more Imperial camels here on site for the Indian player. So this is where it's at. Era's doing a very good job against Lix, reducing the villager count for the green player down to 85 only. First castle coming out from Lix. First castle going down immediately after to the trebuchet, unless he manages to do something against this, which I'm not really sure he's going to be able to. He's got a bunch of camels. A few of those are actually Imperial camels, interesting, from the conversions. So it's gonna be mostly camels, I think, from the Persian player. Then we're gonna see cavalry archers, halberdier, maybe Tarkans here for the Han player. Everything's so action-packed already that this is becoming kind of too hectic. Left-hand side, still the plume archer is going down. Conveniently ignored. What is it? Sorry. Yeah, if it's about paying attention to something in particular, keep in mind that 3v3s and 4v4s in the latest stages of the game are so action-packed that it's very hard to keep track of everything. So it has happened to me to be in somebody else's stream and say, hey, why are you not paying attention to the raid or this and that? But in some level it's also kind of subjective, because you had to pick what to pay attention to. But yeah, right hand side is not that good for Lix. Still dropping more and more villagers, going down to 80 right now. Left hand side was kind of looking good for Vivi, but now he's gonna be losing the castle, and we have Catram over here, against which he has nothing. He's gonna be using villagers only. But if we get more military units over here from red, he should be able to clean that up. This map is called Crisscross. Why won't Yo go for elephants? I'm not really sure if it's going to be a good choice because elephants are hard countered by halberdier and they are very slow. They don't have a lot of trade either, and you can see the gold count for EO is very, very low. He's going mostly for camels, which makes very good sense against Tarkans. They are a lot faster as well. So elephants is a very situational unit. You're gonna need a lot of gold income. You're gonna need stable trading, which we don't have at this point. They're starting to get some trade, but it's not too much. And AM is into the trade line already, so I don't think they are gonna be getting a lot more trade anymore until they manage to clean this up. And they're gonna be struggling. Lix is bringing the halberdier though, that's going to help. Yeah, and Yo is bringing the camels over here. So AM's gonna be getting cleaned up over there. But then, going forward, still sending more and more units. Hera's even gonna be stealing from this. Left-hand side. Mayan player going for more castles, and you get a lot of perseverance of BV at this point in time. Getting trebuchets out. Oh my god, Leary, how many rams are these? 10 cat ram. Fortunately for the Mayan player, Japanese don't get access to C-tram, otherwise this could have been catastrophic, and Tarkan surrounding the plumed archers as well. Imperial camels, this is such a good play from AM. Military count still higher for SY, but should be going down, I think. Villager count is gonna be kinda troublesome for SY, I think. 70 villagers behind, 71 villagers behind. Getting pushed back, BV's not really gonna be able to keep pushing. Right hand side, that castle might be going down for Hera, but it's not going to be that huge, that big of a deal. I'm pretty sure that he already has marauders, so he should be able to go for Tarkans from the stables if he needed to go for more. This castle is good, conscription coming up. This castle protects the shoreline for SY, so they could potentially go for a few docks over here and potentially try to take a hold of the middle water again. Which I still believe is going to be important, especially if you want to push against the other players. Getting access to water is gonna allow you to zone the other players out of the shoreline by quite a bit. If you have castles close enough to the shoreline as well, you can potentially go for cannon galleons. He has marauders. Okay, perfect. Castle coming up, coming down, sorry. Bracer on the way for Leary, so we're gonna see a transition to skirmishers. Going for a few barracks as well, so it's gonna be chainmail armor, it's gonna be halberdier and skirmishers for the Japanese player, which is good. Some of the best halberdiers in the game, if not the best halberdier. I think in terms of some of the best halberdier, it's not going to be the best, but because you could potentially argue in favor of Slavs, potentially in favor of Burmese as well. But it's pretty good, it's pretty good. Or in favor of Byzantines, of course, if you are talking about cost effectiveness. These camel archers are being an issue at this point. They've been getting raided left and right, and we have more transport ships transporting the camels over. They're definitely an issue. We have a bunch of halberdier over here, but he's not using those. Not really sure why. No, I think he's not noticing. He's not noticing. He's going forward, and he's getting raided on the back. Lix was at 100 villagers. Let's see what is the villager count after the raid's over. We're getting some halberdiers out now. He's already lost like 10 villagers. Left hand side. Another big battle coming up here, and it's amazing how at the later stages of the game both teams managed to kind of turn this into a Black Forest sort of thing. Except with the middle water twist, you can actually transfer some raiding units over. This is gonna become a graveyard very, very soon. You're gonna see a lot of bodies. The ground. This is good though. Vivi's going forward with a lot of plumed archers, and even though they are eventually going to be getting cleaned up, he could potentially get a lot of villagers, maybe even some trading cards. That is great. The trading card count is about the same for both teams, a little bit higher for AM, but you're going to see how that goes down each time the plumed archers pick one after the other. Imperial camels are still an issue, and now the villager count is about 22 lower for Licks than what it used to be. That castle is going down, the villager count so much higher for AM at this point in time. The military count's a little bit higher for SY, but I would say the army composition here is definitely in favor of the AM team. So even though HP pool is going to be looking in favor of SY, I think there is a potential to see this switching over, as the Tarkans are maybe going to be surrounded the plume archers at some point. Let's see. Yeah, SY is doing a good job. This is teamwork as well. It's not too bad, not too bad. Tertiate's going down, but it already took the castle, so it's already paid for itself. Then the plume archers got cleaned up. Architecture on the way for Vivi. He's tired of losing castles. I don't know about that. I don't know, but I think it's probably a little bit too late. But yeah, man, trading is looking so much better for AM. Villager count's looking so much better for them. Every time that they pick up a fight, it seems to be going in favor of the European team as well, so China's gonna have to find another angle to attack from. They're either gonna have to take control of the water, start working their way out from there, or they are gonna have to coordinate their attacks a little bit better because they are really struggling. They are getting pushed back on the right hand side, they are getting pushed back on the left. They are getting raided on the trade line as well. Oh, the plume archers. A few plume archers managed to sneak around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trading cards going down. 6. Oh, sorry. Hera's not European. Sorry. The Western team is taking better fights, so the Chinese team is gonna have to find a new angle to attack from. A lot of market usage as well. Despite the raiding, we still have a higher trade count for AM. They had the water, why don't they sneak stable into the trade? You mean SY had the water, why don't they sneak a few stables over here? I think they would be getting spotted. If we take a look at the scouting information from SY, you can see that they pretty much have full vision of their side of the island. For SY, it's about the same for their side of the map, sorry, not the island. I'm not really sure if they would be able to sneak anything. Oh, Heartless Peruvian, Jesus Christ, Nova. What's wrong with you? You're correct, my bad. My apologies to the Peruvian people and the Canadian people. I'm gonna refer to them as AM or Western team, sorry. Let's just see used to see probably MBL there. Nico is now in Italy, right? So even though he's Argentinian, I guess we could... He's also half Italian, I think, or a quarter Italian. Just cut me some slack, okay? Oh no! I triggered the political talk in chat, please don't. Peruvian people. That wasn't political. Jesus, not even gonna try to pronounce that properly. Yeah, man. This is gonna sound very weird on YouTube, but believe me, YouTube viewers, please, we have a very active chat on Twitch. Speaking of which, these games are gonna be going up to YouTube, and for all the YouTube viewers, we're gonna have the semifinals and live finals this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I really hope to see you here for the live games. It's gonna be very good. These games have been fantastic already from SY and AM, and we still have another series to go. Oh man, SY is coming back. I don't know what to think about this. We only have light cavalry from Lix though. He's still not gone for Hus. Oh no. Sorry, this is Yo who's not been going for Hussars yet, but he's getting Paladin. Trading count is getting very close, and actually SY is taking the lead on the villager count. With Paladin, things might change a little bit. You're still gonna need something to take care of the Imperial camels though, but on the left we have a 1v1 situation between Leary and Vivi, where Leary is of course gonna be taking the lead, that he's got a huge amount of skirmishers. And some rams as well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, some cat ram. It's gonna make it increasingly difficult for Vivi to keep holding on over here. He's gonna need some support from his allies. But we cannot see the Paladin working against Japanese halberdiers, so we're gonna need something else. Not really sure what he could potentially go for. Maybe Eagle Warriors. Mayans with El Dorado, 100 HP Eagle Warriors could be worth investing into. He certainly has resources. He's got a lot of gold, and he's pop capped as well, so... Oh no, that's Lick, sorry. Yeah, Vivi does not have a lot of gold, actually. Looking much better. HP pool in favor of SY. Yosvin investing into Paladin. He's getting Hoardings and Masonry right now. And he's going, you can see here the queuing feed. A lot of Paladin. We have Halberdier and Plume Archers coming out from the Mayan player. More Imperial Camels trying to raid Lix's base. And Lix got up to 120 villagers after going down to 70 something. Let's keep track of this. 116. Let's see how low that goes after the raid. You can kind of measure how effective that was. And trading line now is in danger. But we have some Halberdier coming here, so it's gonna be fine. Oh man, left hand side though is getting pushed extremely hard by Leary. That is 2 castles going down already for Vivi. He's on 70 military units, but what is he gonna do with those? It's mostly Plume Archers and Halberdier. They're gonna be getting countered by skirmishers. And actually, from all 3 SY players, Vivi is also the one with the least amount of trading cards. So he's not gonna have a lot of gold to potentially switch into something like Eagle Warriors. Instead, he's going for Sea-Tram, for which he already had the food. But what to do over here? The Halberdier are gonna be getting countered by Keep now, even from Japanese, so I assume this is Yasama Keeps. Oh, that is so good. Coinage coming out for Leary. And the Paladin is not gonna be good against Japanese Halberdier. An Imperial Camel from Indians. Right hand side, we still have a struggle here. Stagnant situation where the HP pool is looking in favor of AM still, so I'm not really sure if SY is gonna be able to hold on over there. Left hand side, they are getting pushed past their limits. Despite having more villagers, their military is not going to be as effective. These Paladins are not going to be that good on the left. They are probably going to be a little bit better on the right, but we have imperial camels over here as well, so cards present in both flanks, and camels are going to make it impossible for any cavalry unit to do anything. Where do you see the trade counts? So whenever I click in some empty space of the map, you're gonna see all the units over here. So it's 120 right now for SY, 119 versus 100, so that's 20% higher. But Indians also get sultans, which boost their trading a little bit. 10% if I'm not mistaken, so that's more like 115 at this point. Siege ram might change the things a little bit, but I don't think by much. These halberdiers are still going to be very, very threatening melee units. Even against rams, of course, just because of the 33% faster attacking bonus. Japanese halberdier are actually kind of like regular infantry units. In some regards, at least in these sorts of situations. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, SY's population is looking very healthy, all things considered. They are only 10 villagers behind, even though they've been getting raided day and night. But they just cannot hold on. They keep getting pushed back further and further. Eventually, we're not gonna have a base for Vivi at all here. I don't think there is a way back. I think they have tried pretty much everything. The only thing that they haven't tried is going for eagles potentially for the Mayan player. But Hans went through Tarkans, through cavalry archers. We have paladins over here for the Persian player as well. Gunpowder wouldn't work in this situation. Anyway. And then again, Eagle Warriors would not be that good against camels anyway. So he's trying to get a few, but yeah, I'm not really sure. How much damage those towers? The M panel? I'm not really sure where that is. This map in fast forward would be like, it's what happened when you ran out of wood on Oasis. Yes. Oh, okay, army value. It's been great, man. Those towers, Yasamat keeps at this point. Jesus. I think we are just holding on now. There we go. The GG has been called. I was just expecting it sooner or later. Just like that, AM manages to clutch it up against SY, and they get a little bit of leeway over here to work with. They're gonna have a fourth game. We're gonna have potentially a fifth game as well. I hope you are enjoying this. Yes, Sultans. Perfect, thank you. GG's and hard top score. Gotta love that. So guys, give me a quick moment. I am going to take a look at some capture H stuff. Give me a quick second. Be right back. Just give me a moment. Team 1 is actually won. There we go. So after two very dominant games from SY, we saw AM clutch it up for the third game, managing to hold on just for a little bit longer. And in the fourth game, potential match point for SY once again. We are going to be playing in SY's first home map since the series started, which is Islands. And it's an interesting home map to go for against AM. Let's make sure that we have the warm and cold colors. And this time around we have the warm colors for SY. So it's going to be consistent with the first two games at least. Why Secret has not played yet? They did not play the first round. If you do exclamation mark Denmark, you're gonna see why. But they are gonna be playing against DNA after this series. So we have SY versus Aftermath, then we have the Definitive Edition giveaway. Then we have Secret versus VNA, another Definitive Edition giveaway. Oh, Alt-T, thank you so much, mister. And yeah, then after that, of course, we're also gonna have 3 months of Wooly Premium. Depending on how many people we have, by that time, we probably could give like 2 or 3 prizes for Wooly Premium. Anyway, let's talk about civilizations now, team positions and whatnot. Alright. First off, we are gonna have in the north Vivi facing Heart as Japanese versus Portuguese. Then in the south, we're gonna have Lix facing Hera as Portuguese versus Italians. Wait a moment. Yeah, Japanese, Portuguese, Portuguese, Italians, and the 2 pockets are gonna be Mr. Yo going for Vikings. Then on the left-hand side, O'Leary is gonna be playing Vikings as well. So very standard situation. We have seen this a lot. I think we saw this for the last time, VNA versus Argentina A. So very standard civilizations to go for. Vikings are going to benefit from being pocket in that they're going to be able to go for Castle H a little bit easier without worrying so much about getting harassed. They are going to be contributing to water population quite significantly by getting access to longboats, which are going to be insanely strong. And then of course we're also going to have Italians and Portuguese, which are also going to be getting their own bonuses. For Portuguese, they get 15% cheaper gold cost for all the units. For Italians, they get 15% cheaper fishing ships, as well as 50% cheaper dock technologies. Then Japanese is probably the only civilization standing up here that is not mirrored, but they're going to be getting faster working fishing ships, so that's going to be contributing to the booming potential quite a bit. 5, 10, 15, and 20% faster working fishing ships with twice the HP and +2 Pierce armor, so very, very tanky, fast working. And yeah, the bonus counters for, depending on the age you're in, it's gonna be significantly higher the higher the age. I think it's very likely that we're gonna see most players trying to go for fastest castle. If this was migration, you would potentially see somebody trying to go for feudal age as fast as possible and try to land. That is what we saw in Suomi versus Heresy, which was quite a surprising series as well. So if you have not seen that, you can 100% go to the VODs and check it out there. We have already highlighted the video, so you don't have to skim through the whole stream. And I think it's also up on YouTube. I think it went up today, so should be able to find it over there. If you're not subbed to Wooly Official's YouTube channel, I encourage you to do so as well. Do we have anyone from YouTube over here? Did Hart already lose a villager? It seems so, to a boar most likely. Yeah, oh man. Gotta feel it, and that is a male villager as well. In case you cannot tell just by the shape of the bones. So if you ever wonder whether a dead villager was male or female once they don't have their clothes anymore, male villagers have a bonier look to them, if that makes sense. There you go, thank you, Mr. Lidacor. Losing a villager to the boar, most likely losing a villager to the lag. Not really sure how much latency these teams have, but it's probably a little bit higher. Village coming up for Hera, Hart, BV, and Lix. Surprising combination as well. Oh, we already have a landing over here. Vivi going forward. I think he got spotted, didn't he? Oops, sorry. He got spotted? Oh no. The surprise factor is so important. And And I think this might be good though. This might be good. One villager from Licks over here. The Portuguese guy is gonna be... What is he gonna be doing? He's not in feudal just yet. Does he have a barracks back at home? He does, so he can potentially go for any military unit he wants. Stable coming up. Like yeah, over at Hearts barracks with the spearman coming up. He tried to go for... What is that? An archer range, I would assume, but yeah, he had to delete it. He's gonna be going somewhere else. Try to build it in a different place.
Hola.
No, but he got spotted now as well. Scoreboard overlapping text. Give me a moment. Yeah, this is not good. Uh-oh. Yeah, that is not good. Not really sure. I did change the offset. Getting technical difficulties here. Kill scoreboard for now. We can do that. Good idea. Let's do it. I think upgrades are going to be a little bit more important. Now, Vivi is gonna manage to get the archery range up though. That tower is gonna be coming up as well. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Scoreboard to the center more a little bit. No, it's alright, we're gonna figure it out after this game. We already have the... Oh my god, the score command. There we go. Sorry about that. First casualty over here, Leary losing one scout. Market and blacksmith on the way, so it seems like Leary's gonna be able to get away with going for fastish castle. And then Vivi definitely struggling against Hart over here. We did see a villager going down, I think, for the green player, so that is gonna be valuable. And I think that was a spearman that Vivi lost, so it's 100% gonna be good value for the yellow player. Outpost attempt over there from Leary, from Lick, sorry, getting denied. Man, this is so far a very bold game from SY, but unfortunately, boldness is not paying off. Let's see. Will Boobly die after Definitive Edition is released? I don't know. Not really sure if anyone knows that, but I think it's unlikely. Because Definitive Edition, of course, is not going to work everywhere. Age of Empires 2, like the classic version, is super accessible. Especially in markets such as Latin America, Southeast Asia, etc. I think still gonna be quite predominant. Don't have any other landing attempts. It's only been Licks trying to go around. Now the transport ship is empty, so Hera knows, and he's gonna bring the galley over here. And Licks got spotted. There's no way that villager is gonna survive anymore. This is a live stream, and we are using recorded games, and we are gonna have live semifinals and finals. This is very good though for AM so far. They are ahead in villager count, they are ahead in military units. SY has really been struggling to take proper advantage of the landing potential. Castle Age is already here for Yo and Leary. Leary getting the second TC up. Yo not going for another TC, is going to be getting Bodkin Arrow instead. University, so we're going to see ballistics, and it's going to be longboats, right? Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of longboats for Mr. Young. They're gonna have to bank on that to regain water control, and then they could potentially start working from that. But things, yeah, as things are right now, SY definitely on the back foot. AM gonna be keeping them on their toes. And even Vivi is gonna be losing another villager over here. 2 villagers gonna be going down for sure. Yeah, there's no way those villagers should be surviving over there. Very nice quick wall, and that's gonna leave the villager count for Vivi down to only 37 villagers. We can see Yo starting to go higher and higher in the military count. Followed closely by Vivi, who's been going for some fire galleys over here. We have a little bit of a water skirmish. He's gonna be pushing Heart away. This is not too bad. This is not too bad. He can keep that stable working. Even if he gets countered by spearmen over here, as long as he keeps this, the scouts running around, they are highly mobile units. They should be able to snipe a villager or 2 over here. As a matter of fact, that weak villager could potentially have gone down if he was paying more attention to his army. But over here we have another landing from Lix, who managed to get a stable up. He's in Castle Age now, is going to be going for knights. Is this the moment it starts paying off for SY to go for these bold strategies? Kind of give up on water, let Yo take control of it back again in Castle Age, and everyone else is going hyper aggressive. And this is Lix fighting against Hera 1v1 pretty much, and he's doing a very good job. Hera is getting close to going out to Castle Age, but for the time being, most of his economy is going to be very inefficient or heavily affected by this landing. We're gonna get the stables up, the monastery up. Stables still working. We're gonna have more and more knights coming up. I will not be surprised to see him going for scale barding armor, chain barding armor for the +2/+2. The villager over here is getting spotted by Leary, but Leary is not attacking the transport ship, so the villager is gonna be going away. We're gonna see a stable coming up, potentially over here now. Leary has the line of sight, and I think he probably has the range as well to attack that villager. But he's gonna be focusing mostly in trying to push Yo away. So military count is gonna be slightly higher for Leary. This has been neutralized from Vivi as well. So it's not too bad. This is going to be the most troublesome area for AM right now. As Hera is in Castle Age going for War Galley, we're gonna have a bunch of players on water actually from AM, and it's mostly going to be Yo on his own on water. So it's really gonna be up to Lix to do a lot of damage. That is a good idea. That is a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna put up the schedule for the other semifinals. It's gonna be actually, yeah, the semifinal first one is gonna be tomorrow, 18 GMT, so same time as today, and it's gonna be the MI's red casting. It's gonna be very good. Heresy versus Outsiders. Then the other semifinals could be SY, could be AM versus maybe Secret, maybe VNA. Still gonna have to find out. I just have to say though, so far, I really love the way both teams actually have been playing. Keep in mind that this is AM without Nikov, without MBL. Heart's not been really playing that much lately. The way that he has been performing here with AM is very good. And I'm very happy to see him getting back to playing a little bit more consistently, and definitely for SY, of course, you know that Lix is not one of the strongest players you would think of when thinking about 1v1s, but in team games he's so good. And he's able to adapt to his team as well so much. If you see him play Nomad, which he does like almost every day, usually at 18, 19 GMT, you can see that he adapts to pretty much anyone. So huge respects for Lix as well. Unfortunately, in the current situation, SY is falling behind in villager count, which also takes into account fishing ships if I'm not mistaken. They are falling behind the military units. We have 3 players from AM on water. We have 2 players so far on water from SY. Castle Age has just been reached for Vivi, so he's going for War Galley now, which is going to turn these fire galleys into fire ships. An Imperial Age on the way for Leary, so things are looking dire for SY. It's not really looking very good. Lix is gonna try to go for Drush, for Smash actually. Some monks and Siege. Oh man, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Hello, Mr. Fire. Where is the recorded games from Heresy versus Suomi? It's not available yet. After today's stream, we're gonna be uploading the recorded games from all 4 semifinals, so it's gonna be up in like, I don't know, 2 hours and a half, 3 hours maybe. Fire scouting Heresy. That is good, man. That is good. Yeah, of course it's gonna be important for players to also study their potential opponents. So they're gonna try to make the recorded games available ASAP after the stream. On water, AM still looking very, very dominant. We have demolition ships over here, against which fire ships not really gonna be very good against. Yeah, war galleys could potentially work. He's gonna need a little bit more. But there we go, Imperial Age has been reached for Leary. Bracer, chemistry on the way. Huge upgrades for longboats. We're gonna see elite longboats coming up as well. And Hera is surrounding the rest of the AM. The rest of the SY players, sorry, with war galleys. This is gonna be very annoying for Lix eventually, as he tries to expand over to the edges of his island, especially when the gold runs out. He's gonna have to go over here. That's gonna be very troublesome if he does not any sort of water presence. And he doesn't, he's been only fishing. When will giveaway start? After the series. Alright, Yo is taking a good fight over here, but we have Leary all of a sudden coming this way. That's gonna be 9 longboats. We have 17 from Mr. Yo, so Mr. Yo is gonna be fine for the time being. We have more upgrades for Leary, but he's heavily outnumbered, so if Mr. Yo can take this fight favorably, which I think shouldn't be too hard to do, and he manages to hold on until reaching Imperial Age and going for Bracer himself, going for chemistry, then things would be a little bit better for SY. But so far on the left hand side, Lix has been struggling to do enough damage over here. He got redemption though, and he's gonna be converting the barracks. Nice. Got it. Both TCs still up though, so he wants to go. The reason he's not attacking this one is because it's very close to the siege workshop, so he doesn't want to get surprised mangoed. That was good though, that was good for blue, and that's gonna be 2-4. Oh, it's gonna be 1-for-1. 2 monks going down, that was huge shot. Is he gonna keep targeting this DC, or is he gonna switch to something else? Potentially try to take the siege workshop down. Anyway, back on water. Yo's been getting pushed back from Leary. By Leary, sorry. And Leary's been spreading his units around every SY island. Bio's got a good amount of army over here. He started reutilizing his stable, so he's gonna be getting 2 knights over there. Landing even. He does not have enough resources to go for a castle or anything like that, but he's got a lot of wood. So what is he gonna go for? That's the question. There is still an important military presence over here for Lix inside Hera's island. Hera's on 74 villagers, Lix is on 64. Oh man, we already had some knights out for Heart as well. He's gonna be going for Monastery, so Vivi definitely not gonna be able to bank on that stable to do any damage anymore. Gonna need to do something else, and those villagers got spotted as well, so he's not gonna be able to build anything. I think that outpost is very good. These are recorded games. live casting recorded games, and we're gonna have the live finals tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, and then we're gonna have the finals on Sunday. Oh my god, the castle coming up! Oh, but he got counter-castled. Hera doesn't have enough range, and we have some villagers getting transported over here for licks. So the castle might potentially be going up, but we're gonna have Portuguese versus Italian situation. And I think if this castle comes up, it's gonna be huge troubles for the Italian player. So he's gonna need help from somebody else, or he's gonna need to completely shut that castle down. And at this point in time, he's in castle age. He's not gonna be able to go for a trebuchet. Lix is going to imperial. So if this castle goes up, those scouts are not gonna deny the castle. Just gonna be getting a few monks. Just fine. It's a good sacrifice. It's worth it getting the castle up, especially as Imperial Age is about to hit for Licks. This might be exactly what they needed. So we're gonna see a trebuchet coming out and taking that castle down, and then he can start working from there. But he's gonna need to act fast because Leary on 57 military units is taking full water control. Completely suppressing Mr. Yo, who's on 21 military units right now, trying to mass a little bit more over here. He does have the upgrades, to be fair. Elite longboats, he already has +4. So chemistry and bracer. And Imperial Age on the way for Hera as well, so that's gonna be 2 players. Imperial Age for both teams. This is crucial. This is crucial. Mr. Yo needs to take very good care of these units. He's doing a good job. He does have the numbers lead. Doesn't have it anymore. Okay, he has it again. It's gonna be very, very important to take a good fight over here. And really look a little bit like Leary didn't have ballistics, but that is not the case. It's just good micro from Mr. Yo. He's doing a good job. All things considered, it's very, very good. But let's switch back over here as we have a TC coming out for Licks. The trebuchet's already out, but it's in range of the castle. He's going for another trebuchet, but he's gonna need to repair this one. And let's take a look at the trade over here. Trebuchet, trebuchet. Oh my god! Trebuchet went down to the castle. I'm not really sure what he was paying attention to. Was he microing something back at home? He was getting harassed for sure, but I'm not really sure. Lix is gonna have enough resources to go for another castle very soon, so that's gonna be troubles for Hera for sure. But Hart, Hera, Vivi going up to Imperial Age. We're gonna have all 6 players. The ultimate age at this beautiful video game. You know, if we saw AM moving over to the semifinals, they would not be facing outsiders. They would have to face in the finals. As first semifinals is going to be outsiders versus Heresy. So that means that it's going to be one of those 2 teams against either Secret, SY, AM, or VNA. It's like the talent pool in this quarterfinals is just off the charts. Amazing. Mr. Yo still getting decimated here. Over here, HP pool looking in favor of Leary, numbers looking in favor of Vivi. Mr. Yo cannot take those fights, so it's gonna be all in hands of Lix to do as much damage as humanly possible here and try to take this to a 2v3 situation from where they could potentially start trying to take the game back. Yeah, no scoreboard, sorry, but you have the score command because we had an issue with the upgrades. The scoreboard was blocking it. I'm gonna try to fix it after this game. I will not be surprised to see a 5th game at this point, of course. Still have 28 extra villagers for AM, but the harder that Hera gets pushed, and take a look at how compact these guys are building their empires. Hera's Island is pretty much like pure solid blue. Amazing. going for light cavalry. Italians do get hussars, so he could potentially go for that as well. Oh, but Leary landing over here. Mr. Yo's base, he's gonna be bringing the pain with 2 castles. Trebuchet out already. So Mr. Yo is gonna be reacting a little bit later here, and that trebuchet might be going down. I'm not really sure though, because yeah, Leary is gonna have the second trebuchet by the time Mr. Yo gets the first one out, right? Yeah, there we go. And hearts at Vivi's base as well, so this is Land Palooza. As we have a defensive panic, a kind of panic defensive castle coming out from Vivi. Everyone's landing everywhere. And the next 5 to 10 minutes are going to be crucial to see who's going to be moving to the next semifinals, or if we are going to have a 5th game actually. So Hart's doing a good job. He does have already played Bard in Armor. He's going for Iron Casting. Those Cavalier are not going to be surviving a lot longer, but we have more castles over here. This one for Vivi, trying to trap down the castle from Hart. He's doing a good job. He's already on 2 trebuchets. Both players are on 2 trebuchets. That's gonna be the 3rd trebuchet out for Vivi. And over here, a lot of organ guns and more trebuchets coming out for Lix, pushing forward. And the organ guns are gonna be great against the light cavalry. We're gonna need a little bit more numbers though. But Hera is dropping down to 100 villagers. 3 trebuchets for Mr. Yo. Gonna be taking some losses over here. Same civilization for both of these players, so we're not gonna have like any weird bonus or any sort of advantage for either player. Both castles going down over here, which is unfortunately, as Vivi was probably trying to take the gold. He could potentially still take it for a little bit, but he's not gonna have any defenses. Military numbers are looking quite even for both teams once again. And SY is trying to crawl his way, they are trying to crawl their way back into this game, and Lix in particular is doing a hell of a good job. We are gonna need to see good quick walls though, not like last game, if he wants to get this castle up. Lix. Oh my god! Is the castle coming up? Ah, the castle is coming up. Fortunately, the organ guns provided enough punching power. What is this? Hera's pretty much out at this point. But so is Lix. Hart managed to land a bunch of cavaliers over here. So the issue with for SY at this point, well, first of all, Lix, we have seen already that he's gonna be struggling for quick walls. He's doing a decent job here, though. Gonna need to go for walls over here. Never mind. But yeah, the issue for SY at this point in time is that Lix is doing a good job inside Hera's base. But Yo is getting destroyed by Leary over here. Lix is getting destroyed over here by Hart, and Hart is pretty much uncontested back at home. He lost a castle, but so what? Those trebuchets gonna be taking the TC and then going down, and what is he gonna do? Taking the TC down. Any Feiterias for the Portuguese player? Let's see. I don't think so. I have seen only Feiterias coming up in Arena, not really in any other game maps or map types. Vivi versus Hera decides it. I don't know. Hera's moved over here. He's getting a new land. Vivi kind of tried to do that over here, but then because of Leary's map control or Wadi control, it's not gonna be as easy. If we had some Wadi control over here for SY, then they could potentially do something here against Hera, but Hera's gonna be fine for the time being. Castle coming up. Mr. Yo doesn't have a base anymore. He's on 48, villagers 47. Situation's looking pretty dire, and Yo was loading some villagers on transport ships. I'm not really sure what happened over there. Might have seen Leary sniping those maybe, because he's not anywhere else. And at this point is a 2v3 situation, but in favor of AM, just because Hera managed to survive so long. Probably learned that from playing so much against MBR, right? Am I right? Arrow slits coming up for Vivi. Interesting. Population looking much healthier for the Western team. And Hera is gonna be stealing Mr. Yo's base. So they are gonna be taking a hold of 3 islands. We have 3 islands as well in possession of SY, but Mr. Yo is not here, so it's not the same. And it's gonna be a nice accomplishment, you know, cleaning Hera's island clean of buildings and stuff, but what are they gonna do after that? Mr. Yo's island's been getting cleaned up as well. He's been moving over to Vivi's base. He's not been taking the relics. Actually, do we have anyone taking relics? We do. We have 2 relics for AM. Some crossbows? Why not? Okay. Keep coming up for licks. But I don't know, guys. I honestly think there is no way back here for SY, especially after this. Might just be the killing blow. I mean, Lix doesn't have to resign. He can just boom back over at Hera's base, but what are they gonna do? How do they plan to take this game back? Oh, that's what the keeps were for. There you go, thank you. Looking for a few keeps. Not really sure if he's gonna manage to do enough damage though. Managed to get 4 up here. Pushed a few villagers probably away from Heart's gold. But Heart's got the trebuchets. He's got the castles over here. Japanese towers are good, man, but I don't think they are that good to fight castles. Numbers here are gonna be looking in favor of BB. And yeah, Lix is getting raided. BB is fighting against Leary. He should be able to clean Leary up, but then he's gonna need to bring more units out. I think Caravels would be a good unit here to go for. But yeah, the Portuguese player does not really have a lot of gold left. And just when he manages to clean this up, those transport ships are gonna be coming back and packing up more and more Cavalier and then going forward again. SY is really trying to hold on. But Mr. Yo is on 15 villagers. Do the secondary arrows from Yasuma towers do 5 damage to buildings? I don't think so. I'm not completely sure, but you can take it's gonna sound a little bit of a sellout, but you can take a look at my stream if you do in chat Yasuma info altogether, exclamation mark Yasuma info altogether, you're gonna get all the stats, or just check on aoetechtree.com. I'm not really sure what the name of the website is. But I don't think so. Oh yeah, no Yasuma anyway. Or does he? I think he does. Never mind. Yeah, he does. Really looks like a matter of time at this point. I think all the things that SY needed to do to come back, they kind of did, but AM did a little bit better. Yo managing to get a little bit of control over his main island, his original island, but it's probably not gonna be enough. Landing attempt from Lix, getting spotted and instantly suppressed. So it's a stagnant situation. The most relevant fight at this point in time is Hard versus Vivi. And Vivi is doing a good job, but I'm not really sure if it's gonna be good enough. They really need to take control of this island. And Leary getting pushed over here, so it's been the same. It's been the same. It's now not only Hard but also Leary against Lix. And this is the thing, I think Lix is gonna lose his island faster than Hard's gonna be losing his, and it seems like they are just gonna be trading islands. But if you take a look at the population, you're gonna notice a pattern. It's been consistently going lower and lower for SY. And I just don't see how that's gonna be changing anytime soon. Vivi is gonna be trying to get that castle down with a single trebuchet, defending it with a lot of galleon. Stalemate, yes. I think I saw a YouTube video once upon a time about an island game that they decided to call it a draw. I think it was the Viper versus Doubt. Don't quite recall, but yeah. This is looking similar to it, but not quite. Definitely AM is looking a lot stronger. Yeah, KV is close though, that is true. But Hearts with light cavalry over here. There are no TCs left for Lix anymore, and he is gonna be moving over to, yeah, Hera's map. Gonna be taking full control of this. He's already had control for quite a while. He's gonna be moving back, so he doesn't really mind about losing this. But it's a big deal because they are not taking hard space. So it's not an even trade. Some light cavalry coming up for Vivi. And yeah, Hera reboomed because he's got Yo space. I don't think there is a way back here. At this point, I don't think so. I think AM has been playing this very, very well. I really like the initiative from SY though, going for the very bold landings in Fuel Age early on. It was good. It's unfortunate that it didn't work, but they are gonna have another chance in the 5th game. And AM gonna be holding on for a little bit longer. And I think this is gonna be the equalizer. And I think we're gonna see the 5th game for sure. Same situation here. Hera really holding on against Vivi, like very well, not too many troubles. And now he got landed as well by Hera. Bunch of villagers from Yo are going down. The first time since literally the first set of the tournament it's going to the 5th game, yes. And it's a very close series as well. It was looking very dominating for SY for the first 2 games. And it's been looking very similarly dominating for AM in the 3rd and 4th game as well. I really don't see a way back. We just don't have any trading units though, unfortunately. If this keeps going like this, I think we're gonna see twice the villager numbers for AM, actually. And guys, game's been going for a very long time. I've been holding for a while, but I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom. See you in a bit. And we're back. I don't know whose idea it was that it was good for streamers to hydrate while they were streaming, damn it. I was really trying to avoid that, but what you gonna do? I know. I was holding, man. I held on for so freaking long. We wanted to go for like 20 minutes. KD for Hera is actually gonna equalize eventually if he keeps raiding like this. It was pretty bad after getting pushed away from his base by Licks. We do not have any siege here from the Japanese player. I think that's very important as well if he wants to really take a hold of hard space. Castle getting delayed, not denied, delayed. We'll still have a villager over here. We have longboats to defend the villager as well. If that castle goes up, one villager castle, that's probably gonna be it. Although we do have two castles here from Vivi, so he could potentially go for a few trebuchets. Although he does not have any gold, he already queued up two. Oh, Vivi! Landing back into Yo's island, or Yo's original island. Is he gonna take this back? This is not as well protected as hard space. That is very good. I really like how these players can kind of just zoom back a little bit, look at the larger picture, and instead of tunneling and really being stubborn and trying to push hard however it can possibly do it, he's just switching over to, yeah, he's trying to attack from a different angle, and I think this might potentially work out. Let's see. There's still a bunch of military units over here from blue, but I like the initiative for sure. Oh man, but this is an issue. They're chasing Licks. Licks got pushed away from his main island. He managed to kind of gain control back. And now they are chasing him. Now we have a bunch of light cavalry here from Hard. Raiding him wherever he goes. Trebuchet over here, gonna be taking down the towers. And this is a very particular situation as well. Kind of a weird game if you think about it, because it's kind of a stalemate, but at the very time there is action everywhere. So you get raiding over here, you get Licks pushing Hera back over here. You have some raiding attempt over here from the longboat, some landing attempt over here from the castle, which eventually got denied. And there is kind of a lot going on everywhere, but at the same time the game stays the same, you know? They're just research horse collar. Yeah, we don't have heavy plow yet for Yo. Or hard for that matter. I really like this attempt, but I don't think Vivi is gonna be able to do anything there. Oh, trading though. That is good. Do have a lot more trading for Yo and Vivi. Oh no, but the raiding attempt! Oh man, these transport ships already have dry docks. They can accommodate 20 light cavalry per unit. Oh my god, that is such a huge blow. You can lose villagers over here. You can replenish villagers, but if you lose trade cards, that is a whole different thing. And it's gonna be so cheap as well for Hard, all things considered, to replace it. He's on 1600 food. So as long as he can keep transporting things over, I'd say probably from over here, he's gonna be fine. And he's gonna be able to keep denying the trade over here for the SY team. Why aren't they trading on water? Because Leary is dominant on water. Yo's doing a good job though. He's been doing some damage. It's a 69 population though. Lowest population count from all 6 players. Just like that, AEM's gonna have more trading cards now. Where are they trading now? Over here, right? Yeah. They are trading between Hera and Leary. Vivi got pushed away. Villager count still significantly higher for AM. 49 light cavalry queued up for Hera. There's gonna be transporting some of those over somewhere, potentially over here or over here. Maybe over here as well. If he can get this castle up, that'd be a good stepping stone to start building some more stuff around that. And potentially keep pushing. So Yo is flaring this area. He knows about trade. And Hera is raiding this area, where he tried to push but failed to. Just by length, I think this game is probably approaching Diplo sorts of length. Who has the last stone? 1800 stone left. Let's see. Can take a look at the resources for sure. We have gold here for licks, as well as gold here for licks. I think he actually has the last gold in the entire game. Yes, he does. 4400. Then the stone situation is... There's 1700. Where is it though? Who's got stone miners? Licks. 8 stone miners over here. It's pretty much in possession of Licks. And he's got stone over here. So yeah, it's mostly in favor of Licks. More raiding from Heart. Doing a good job. Vivi's villager count going dramatically lower though. 70 villagers. Trading count still gonna be looking significantly higher for AM, as well as they are gonna be uncontested for the time being. Yeah, there is nothing here from SY. And AM's been doing a very good job over here. Lyra disconnect? Don't know, I don't think so. Now, I don't know what time it was when they started playing this, but I imagine for SY, probably going into a 5th game after such a long 4th game, they're probably gonna be pretty tired. So I find it kind of surprising that they are not resigning a little bit sooner, if they just want to keep some mental stamina for the 5th game. I don't think it's possible at this point anymore to revert this game. This is good though, from Yellow. Is this going to be enough? Because this is like the 5th time we have seen a landing attempt from Vivi. Maybe even more. Yo is awake still. Oh my god, isn't it like 5 AM in China? Probably. Yeah, I think it's probably like 5 AM. Yeah, there is no way. Just Vivi keeps getting pushed back. He tries to land and I like that decision, but he just does not have the punching power. He's got some defensive units over here, but it's so freaking cheap for Hera to keep replacing this. He's queued up 27 light cavalry. BB queued up 5 and he's on 200 food. There is just no way. Yo is alright on water. He actually, for the first time, has more military units than Leary, so he might be able to regain a little bit of water control, especially when paired up to Vivi's navy units. But hearts everywhere. They are immune to being tired. Hera going for ballistics, bracer, thumb ring, and elite skirmishers. So we're gonna see another unit being added into the mix. Not only light cavalry, we're gonna see finally skirmishers now. Skirmishers are gonna be good against halberdier. Not excellent, but they're gonna be better than nothing than going for only light cavalry. And they are flaring this area as well. Oh, that is a good tower position for Lix. He's just preventing more landing, but we could potentially see a trebuchet, and taking that down would not be big trouble. So we could potentially see one of these debate fire from the tower and then land with the rest. So it's still not a clear-cut defense over here for Lix, definitely. Now things are stalling a little bit more. We don't have any raiding whatsoever, anywhere. A little bit of a fight over here where Mr. Yo is gonna come out on top just by the sheer numbers. Oh, this is good though, this is good though. Is Mr. Yo gonna pay attention over here? And that's gonna be, oh, the transport ship going down, and that is the most exciting thing that I have seen in the last half an hour. I love seeing transport ship go, man, going down. It's like seeing a very, very spot on mangonel shot or onager shot onto Arbalest. It's beautiful. Will there be a 5th game? I would think so. I mean, I don't think SY is gonna come back here anymore. I don't know, man. I don't think it's the map. Still want to see Feitarias. We'll love to have like an icon for Feitarias because those are our special buildings, right? Yeah, no Feitarias here for the Portuguese player. Some flaring going on over here from Hart. I guess he's asking Leary to clean that area so that he can land on Lix's bases, islands, once again. You just gotta love Mr. Yo not going for villagers at all. He's going for trading carts and longboats. Other maps are so exciting, especially the ones that you can barely trade on. I don't think it's the map. I have seen this in the past already, and it's not usually been this long. I personally do enjoy migration a little bit more though. Because even there is an important role to water, it's not like be there or die situation like what we have over here. Unfortunately, Vivi does not have halberdier yet, so the pikemen can be fighting against hussars. But these are Japanese pikemen anyway, so it's fine. He's gonna be fine. Yeah, Hero was trying to cut the trade over here, but I don't think it's gonna be able to. Oh, this might be something though. That's a lot of villagers for Mr. Yo. Wait a moment. Lix is trying to move over to Hera's and Lyris here, where the trade is. Maybe if they push hard enough and they take control of this island, they might get the resources necessary to actually land over here and try to do something. But it's not enough as it is right now. This Lyris got longboats over here. More raiding from Heart. We're gonna see more transport ships over as well. So Lix is gonna be losing more villages. I don't think he's really caring about this island anymore. I think it's mostly Hera's original island that he is most active on. How many light cavalry do we have for Heart over here? Let's see. 35. That's a good number. There's very few halberdier from Lix though. Literally with the low population count. I don't understand why Mr. Yu is not going for houses at least. That was a very nice pushing attempt, but they are trying to take the wood. So that is a good indication of GG potentially coming up. There is no wood left here for Vivi or Yo. There is still some wood left over here for both Blue and Teal. And Lix is trying to hold on to this. I think Mr. Yo and Vivi brought some villagers over here. Should be able to get some more wood, of course. But yeah, this is just suicidal. I mean, sending villagers over here, they don't have any control over here except for water control. But it's still not even enough because it's so cheap for Hera to for Heart, sorry, to go for so many light cavalry. He can just sacrifice his units, take all the villagers from Vivi, and he can produce more light cavalry. Vivi cannot really keep sending villagers forever. Now trading is going to be affected. Yes, market prices, there you go. Super expensive to buy wood. Very cheap to sell food. Lix has wood, but also keep in mind that Slingen is heavily nerfed. So if he sends wood over, it's not going to make... Most of it, it's not going to make its way to his teammates. Oh my god, so many trade cards over here. Ah, but the light cavalry are going down. Still though, that's going to leave us with, oh man, only 15 trading cards for SY. They don't have any wood, they don't have any resources. If they lose the galleon here, they're not going to be able to replenish it, to replenish the navy. Over here they're getting raided by Hera. Over here they are getting raided by Heart. They don't have access to trading anymore, and I think this might just be the killing blow. After 1 hour and 27 minutes, I think we are gonna be jumping into the 5th game. Yeah, there's no way back now. 175 villager count for SY, 272 for AM. Population looking almost twice as high for AM as well. Heart's even just... I don't even know what he's doing. It really seems like he's showing off his army. Look, I don't starve for food. He's just gonna send some units to die. But yeah, man, without trading, there is no way back for SY. They were already in a very rough situation. They did a good job though, especially Lix. Played like a beast this game. We don't have almost any gold left, we don't have any stone left. Lix is the only guy with stone to drop a potential castle. If he sent like, I don't know, 20 villagers over here and dropped a castle like right here, that'd be fantastic for them, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna do that. I'm not really sure what the plan is here for SY. Yeah, Yo's gonna be taking a few villagers over here. Not a big deal. More raiding from Hera. Now it's skirmishers here in the south as well of Vivi's Island, so the halberdiers are not going to be effective anymore. And the only trading cards that they have are idle anyway. 11,000 food for AM as well. They can keep going for hussars and light cavalry all day long. To be completely honest, I think if Lix just transported over 20 villagers over here, dropped the castle, that'd just extend the game for 30 more minutes, I think, but wouldn't really change things. I think it's way better for AM at this point. Does anyone disagree with that? 9 Feterias for Lix and that full sling? Can you imagine? 9 Feterias, that is 180 population. Yeah, man, villager count. Lix is the only guy with over 100 villagers. Keep that number in mind as we see the lowers crumble to probably only a few dozen left. What's going on with Leary? Nothing. He doesn't have wood, so he cannot replenish the farms. He's just using the market. Leary bought 100 wood for 195 gold. Also, he doesn't need food anymore, of course. He could even delete the villagers if he wanted to. He's only been going for trading carts and longboats. Yeah, there we go. That was like, what, 30, 40 villagers going down for Lix? And how much food is left for Hera and Hart? They can still keep spamming more and more light cavalry. There is nothing that Lix can do on his own. Oh, castle dropped! There we go. Castle coming up. How many villagers do we have here? Yeah, not even that is going to work. Just delete the markets and place them over here and checkmate, I guess. What is it to buy some stone? 140. Well, he could potentially buy enough stone to go for another castle if he wanted to. He's gonna be going for towers, alright. This might be something. But we have a bunch of castles here from Leary. He should be able to go for a few trebuchets if he wanted to. I mean, he's got the resources. He could sell like 800 food, buy 200 wood, go for 2 trebuchets. And that'll be the end of the landing here for Lix. Show remaining wood. There we go. 15,000. I think most of it is in possession of Lix though. Yeah, there's 11,000 over here. There's a few more over there. Most of it is in possession of him. Yeah, there is no more wood left over here. Just a little straggler trees. Oh my god! I have never seen a game like this before. How stubborn! Man, if they got away with this, if Lix brought SY back with this, which I think is highly unlikely. I mean, just take a look at this. Almost 3 times as much population for AM. But if he managed to bring the game back for SY, this would be like the wildest comeback I have ever seen. Aaron Hart just completely decimating Vivi and Mr. Yo. How much gold are they carrying? I'm gonna take a look. 4. They're probably gonna keep bumping as well. Oh, Yo's transporting the trading cards. I don't know though. I mean, do they really expect to get back here? How much is 1 hour and 37 minutes in real game, real world time? I think it's 1.7, right? So what is it like? close to 1 hour already. Oh man, this is bad. Just taking a look at the amount of resources left. Even if AM got obliterated, they didn't have any trading cards or any villagers, like, at all. They still have 10,000 food. They would just be able to go for 600 light cavalry. Of course, not 600, but yeah, what, like 120 or something like that? Oh my god, 90 light cavalry queued up for Hera, so yeah, that's a lot of resources. That's like 8,000 food over there, so they probably would be like 300 light cavalry. If they didn't have any navy numbers except for transport ships, they didn't have any trading cards, any villagers. And at this point, SY wouldn't even have enough to go for pikeman or halberdier. It's pretty much 1v3 at this point. And when that castle, if that castle goes down and we don't have a GG after that, I wouldn't know how long this game is gonna keep going for, because this is like the last hope for SY. Let's see. There we go. GG. Yeah. They didn't even wait for the castle to go down, you see. They were not delaying it. They were just waiting for the right time. So that's it. Let's go back now. And let's jump into the 5th one, which is going to be match point. Let's bring the scoreboard up. It's already up. Perfect. Let's bring the Vuli program, and we are gonna do 2 to 2, like that. Perfect. All right, there we go. Cold and warm colors. We're gonna use the warm colors for SY, and that's perfect. That's perfect. So this time they changed around. You see? Oh no, never mind. Lix is still gonna be fighting against Hera. Perfect. So welcome everyone to the 5th game of the first series of today's stream between SY and Aftermath. After 2 very dominating first games for SY, AM managed to hold on the 3rd game, playing very well. 4th game as well. They managed to get the series back in a tie situation now, 2v2, 2 to 2, sorry. So whoever wins this game is going to be moving over to the semifinals, which is going to be played on Saturday, and it's going to be played live. By the way, tomorrow, Friday 18 GMT, we are going to have the first semifinals between Outsiders and Heresy at 18 GMT as well. So keep an eye on AoE Zone, where we are going to be posting the time for the second semifinals. We are going to be posting which teams moved over. That's about it. Talking about the teams right now, this map is Scandinavia, and we're gonna have Vivi versus Hart here playing Incas versus Malians. Then on the left hand side, we're gonna have Lix playing Aztecs versus Hera playing Mongols. Then for SY, Mr. Yo is gonna be Pocket playing Indians, and then for Aftermath, we're finally gonna have Leary playing Mayans. Perfect. Oh, Mr. Tarantula is here. Cannot see the technologies? Wait a moment. Didn't we fix that already? Shouldn't be an issue. If we are still blocking technologies, then I'm just going to remove the upgrades. I'm sorry, the scoreboard. But yeah. I think... I am quite sure, actually, that we saw a board being stolen over there. No. It's just extra boards from Scandinavia. Okay. Don't have any laming going on, right? Okay, we do. Or is this just the third boar? I think that was just the third boar. So purple is alright, taking the second one. Yeah, the third one is over there. Okay, we don't have any laming going on just yet. Dock on the way for Vivi. We already had the first dock up for Hart, who's already gone for one fishing ship. And everyone's going for docks, which is quite standard over here. Why snow? Actually, most people prefer snow than no snow, but most people prefer small trees than large trees. I personally prefer snow and large trees and just the original look of the game, but we are going for what most people prefer. Snow hurts my eyes. Gonna have to decrease the brightness. I guess at this point, if it's too late for most people, we could potentially go for a no snow mod. But that's gonna have to wait for the next series. Have a lot of... We have 2 losses here for blue. Not completely sure where he lost the villagers. Yeah, it's 2 to... Yeah, 1 to 2 villagers behind. Not really sure where he lost those. Don't really see a skeleton over here. Although many of those villagers are super weak. Maybe one of the villagers building the dock got harassed by an Eagle Scout. Maybe he got attacked by bears. For instance, in this position, I think we had 2 bears very close to one another. So that could potentially be something as well. Get some villagers. Village is on the way for 4 players already. That's going to leave both pockets in Feudal Age still. So it's going to be fast castle for the Mayan and the Indian player. I think at this point probably everyone in chat already joined the raffle, but for everyone who joined the stream and has still not joined the raffle, !raffle is gonna give you a chance of winning a free copy of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. All you have to do is type !raffle in the chat. And yeah, we're gonna be giving that copy away after this game. Then we're gonna have another copy for after the next series. And then we're gonna have also a couple of 3 months of Voodoo Premium for a few additional people as well. I think Advantage Civ is for SY. I think it's gonna be very situation as well. He already got spotted though, and Hart's gonna be losing his scout. But the Inca player, of course, being Vivi, this is a civilization that fits him very, very well. And Legs managed to sneak his own villagers over here and the men at arms. I think he, yeah. Well, he managed to sneak 4 men at arms, villagers over here. He pushed Hero away from the gold. He's gonna be pushing him away from the wood as well. That's a beautiful tower. So yeah, of course, Inca is going to be fantastic for Vivi, as he is a player that is very well known to go for forward aggressive plays. And he's bringing 9 villagers forward as well. He managed to take 1 from Heart over there, so SY is going all in. They're going all in. They don't want this to be a 4-hour long game. They want this to be a 10 minutes long game. Village is on the way for Hera now. Final player, still in Dark Age. 12 minutes and 48 seconds. Not gonna be able to go for Fast Castle, of course, as he is under pressure from Lix. Now let's see if Lix is gonna be able to do the same thing that he did in game 2 and take a few villages from Hera nonetheless. On the right hand side, we still have a lot of aggression between both of these players, with one villager from Vivi going down, and I think that's 2 villagers from Vivi going down already at the very least. Oh man, but KD is looking fantastic for yellow, 6-1. Villager count for Heart, 26 now, when compared to 31 for Vivi. Both players been going for some fish and chips as well, so this has been going very good for the Inca player. More towers coming up for Lix. How to win, do what you do best. Lix is getting housed though. I don't know if that is part of the strategy, but man, Castle H is on the way for Yo, who's been undisturbed back at home. Lix is even stealing some of the stone over here. He still has 5 villagers with which to build more towers, and these Minotaurs are still there defending the villagers. To be honest, this is not too bad. They managed to get a decent population lead with eco units. Now Vivi is going back. I think he's probably just trying to go around. Don't think he's gonna be going back. He's all in already here. 8 villagers. He only lost 1. He had 9 forward. Lix does not have enough stone just yet, but he should have enough now. There we go. So he's gonna be going for another tower. And that is beautiful. Hera does not have an eco anymore. He's going forward now and trying to drop a few towers onto Lix's base. But that is a lot of villages, man. That is 9 villagers that he is sending forward. Those are 8 villagers that he already sent forward, and he's taking way too much stone. He cannot use that stone for the time being, and he's been getting pushed around. He's been getting nagged by Lix. This is something very weird to watch. Not what you would expecting, and not what you would be expecting at all. And then on the right hand side, we were still being overly aggressive. Still with 8 villagers left and taking more villagers from Heart. What a game Vivi is playing, and we have Mr. Yo already in Castle Age going for the 2nd and 3rd TC. We have Leary in Castle Age going for the castle and the 2nd TC, so it's going to be bringing the plumed archers for sure. Is that going to be enough though? I am not really sure. Vivi's villagers are very tanky with scale mail armor affecting them. And he's causing Heart to overreact here a little bit. Heart's going ham. He's on 15 villagers trying to take the tower down. Oh man, I think he's gonna lose a few villagers over here. That's 1 villager going down, although Vivid also lost a villager as well over here. We already have the first few camels from Mr. Yo attacking Hera's villagers. Very unfortunate that he does not have knights. But he already have scale barding armor. So these camels are gonna be tankier. They're gonna be tanky against towers as well, or tankier than camels would otherwise be if they weren't Indians. And this is not bad. This is not bad. He brought even a camel over here to try and aid Vivi. But he was losing a few villagers. He's still with 2 left over here. I'm not really sure if he lost all the other 6 villagers. KD is still looking significantly better for Vivi though when compared to Heart for sure. More towers coming up, but there are men-at-arms over here on the camels, and now we have Scout, Eagle Scouts. Oh man! Hera's gonna be surviving just because both towers are in range of one another, so they're gonna be able to protect the bases of each tower. And thus they are not gonna be going down for the time being. But that is a lot of villagers from Hera that are pretty much idle at this point in time. That is 21 villager count for the blue player, 19 of which are here idle pretty much. This is becoming a 2v3 situation. We really are going to need Leary to carry this like hard. Especially as Lakes is taking quad control as well. Not surprising as we have two SY players over here. Then we have Vivi taking control of the northeast water strip as well. So everywhere you look, SY is with a clear advantage. 25 extra villagers at this stage of the game is quite significant. Nine extra villagers for leagues when compared to Heart. Same situation for Vivi when compared to Heart. When you compare leagues to Hera, there's 21 extra villagers. Yo, let's bring the camels. These camels are not gonna do a whole lot with the plume archers around. But this is how it begins. If we get a few skirmishers, potentially a mangonel coming forward, that could be huge. But yeah, we have only one player in Castle Age for each team. He's not gonna be able to ask Vivi for support just yet. Oh, but beautiful, beautiful raid over there with the, unfortunately not quite there, quick walls coming out from Leary. So while the camels are still gonna be going down, I think that's one villager going down for Leary as well. He's 3 villagers ahead from Mr. Yo, and Mr. Yo is gonna be getting the 4th TC up. So with cheaper villagers, Indians in Castle Age are gonna be saving quite a bit of change. That is 20% cheaper in Castle Age for Indians, which means that with 6 TCs you're gonna be spending as much as another civilization with only 5. Or of course you can just stick to 3 or 4 TCs and just pile the food in. You're gonna see Mr. Yo clicking out to Imperial Age very soon. Vivi and Lix on their way to Castle. Hera and Heart not even close. Heart's the closest player. I think he's actually gonna be able to click up a little bit sooner. But Hera's so far away from it. The 26 villagers. Game seems to be very, very much in favor of SY right now. And Lear is really gonna have to do a lot of damage with that. He's gonna have to work a miracle here, I think. I don't know why they don't say GG. We could watch the next one fast and I could come back and study to pass my exam. Oh man. Well, you could potentially also mute the stream, study, put it full screen with some Zen music on the background. You know, I used to love to do that when I had to study for something. There is something about Age of Empires, like just environmental sound, that is so soothing. I used to just play or record the game, leave it on the background, like hear the chopping noises, the farming noises, or the harvesting noises. Even the dry farm sound effect was kind of chilling. You know it's a weird game when Hera has to go for this. You know it's not a good situation, man. 31 villagers. He's producing villagers from a TC and sending them straight over here. Lyra's still struggling, man. 80 villagers, but Yo is already on 92 and on his way to Imperial Age as well, so both players are on their way to Imperial Age. Everyone else is in Castle Age. Oh, let's take a look at this though. Heart's trying to get a TC up here. Leary getting a castle up here. Castle from Heart as well, so Green is gonna be able to bounce back if we don't see any aggression from Vivi for the time being. But castle on the way for Lix, and this is gonna be very problematic for Hera. Lyra's not been able to do any damage with these plumed archers. I mean, they did take a few kills, but it's not been enough. Now this is good. This is good. Unfortunately, I think the tower... Oh, good quick wall. I think the tower does not have enough range to protect villagers that are actually building this castle. But the castle should be going up regardless. Right hand side, we already see a few eagle warriors coming forward from Vivi. Oh, he actually transported some villagers over and built 2 barracks here, from which he's training eagle warriors. That's gonna be troublesome for Hard. These guys... already have +2/+2. The Jibeta warriors are gonna be defending just fine against that. Castle's already up. Tower's gonna be going down. Hera's gonna have to migrate once again, and this is Exodus version 2.0. Moving over here. 33 villagers, gotta love that. But here come the Eagle Warriors to save the day. Sorry, the Plumed Archers to save the day. And a P-Tart going forward. What is this one gonna be for? Busting through the palisade walls? A bunch of stables coming up and heavy camel on the way. Plate Bardin armor for the +3/+4. They're gonna be targeting Vivi or Yo. Seems like they're gonna be targeting Yo. Vivi and Hart been going for some stone walls over here, so... It seems like Vivi's trying to boom. He does not have a lot of military units, so if they bust through one of these palisades, one of these stone walls, sorry, could potentially be very bad for Vivi, but it seems like they're gonna be trying to target Mr. Yo instead. He has 2 Petars as well, perfect. That's gonna be great for busting through stone walls. Potentially, oh my god, 9 stables. I was actually not expecting that many. Bad shot for the Mangonel, not connecting, and the Plumed Archers are gonna be healing full force. But the Petards... they should be surviving, they should be surviving. It's gonna be fine. Keep kind of getting debated just by the huge blob of blue here. But yeah, Hera's not there anymore, actually. I would not be surprised to see that TC going down as well. We'll love to see like 2 rams just go forward, take the TC down. At this point in time, Hera does not have even enough resources to go for another TC if he needed to. Unless he goes for a market first. Good damage over there, gonna be doing some cheap damage here and there, taking a few villagers. Still, the villager count's gonna be much higher for Mr. Yo. And he is massing the camels, going for Imperial Camel. A lead Plumed Archer coming up for Leary. Do we have chemistry? We already have chemistry. We already have Bracer as well. We're gonna need plate... sorry, we're gonna need Ring Archer armor for the +3/+4. More TCs coming out for Lix as well, so he's been booming quite heavily. He was on 4 TCs, I think the 5th one now. Would not be surprised to see him clicking up to Imperial H very soon. He's getting very close actually. 600 food, 900 gold. Imperial H on the way for Vivi, and I think Lix is gonna be clicking up in the next 2 to 5 minutes, and that is going to make 3 Imperial H players against only Leary at this point. Heart's getting there. Hera is still in Feudal Age. Yeah, those Imperial Camels are fantastic. Blast Furnace is on the way as well, so that's gonna be +4. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, AM might be just giving SY a little bit of a taste of their own medicine if they just want to extend this game a little bit too long. Oh, but the quick walls are not going to connect, or they are going to connect a little bit too late. I think this is still open though. That's not a lot of HP, only 21 HP for that stone gate. Yeah, Hera's villager count was already low. It's going down to even lower, going under 30 villagers very soon. Those towers go down. 29, there we go. Right hand side, we see a forward castle drop from Vivi, who is about to hit Imperial Age. And Lix is already up. It's going already up a little bit faster than Hard, so it's going to be 2v3. And those three are going to be in Imperial Age, so they are going to be with a much greater potential of army compositions. A lot of options. A lot more versatile as well. So it's going to be Imperial Camels for the Indian player. Probably going to see, let's see, against Malians, you could see Kameyuks. You could see Slingers. I think Slingers would be good. Slingers and Arbalest. Castle's getting denied, 100%, so Leary gonna delete the foundations. But he already spent a little bit of stone, so he's gonna have to buy some now. Enough stone for a castle is what Hart has, but he's not gonna be... Okay, he's gonna drop it here on the right hand side. But Lix already in Imperial Age, Vivi already in Imperial Age with one trebuchet out. Potentially gonna be queuing more and more trebuchets for sure. This important fight between Plum Archers and Imperial Camels probably gonna be going in favor of the Camels. They managed to surround the Archers, so Leary is doing whatever he can here. Very good army control. Trying to pull those units away from these. Towards the castle, that is good. Oh, but this is so sloppy. He was paying attention to the Archers. I think he's gonna be losing that trebuchet. He should be losing the trebuchet. That's very unfortunate. Now he's gonna be getting surrounded. Where did those camels come from? But he's gonna target the trebuchet. Oh man, he could have cleaned this up, I think. Not really sure if the trebuchet was gonna be priority, and elephant archers on the way for Mysterio. And yeah, it's going to be slingers for yellow, as well as arbalest. Perfect. It's going to be Imperial Camels for the Indian player, so as we were expecting. What is red gonna do? It's gonna be going for siege onagers. Siege onager upgrade on the way. There is no way that Lear is gonna be able to 1v3 this. He's 100% gonna need some support from Hart, but Hart's army composition potentially is going to be getting cleaned up. Is going to be getting countered by slingers. I don't know, man. I don't know. This does not look as close as some of the other games. Population, I mean, villager count is almost twice as high for SY. But I'm just very happy. Okay, so I think there is no way back now for AM. Slingers, Imperial Camels, and Siege Onagers are just going to seal the deal. It's just too powerful for Plume Archers alone to cut it. And of course, with an Inca player, not even Eagle Warriors are going to work, so I think it's more than likely that we're gonna see SY moving on to the semifinals against either Secret or VNA, which we are gonna be casting the quarterfinal series of next. I just want to say that I am very, very happy, super glad that we have all 5 games being played. I think somebody said in chat, this is the first time in the tournament that we have this happen. And it's been great. It's been a great series. It's been a great series, but it's been 4 hours, man. And we still have another quarterfinals to go through. I was not expecting this to be this long. What do you guys think about the series? It's just a matter of time now for AM to call the GG. We even have some Jaguar Warriors, more castles coming up. It's been fantastic. I absolutely love every minute of it. Probably not so much for the last game, but probably not so much the final 15 minutes of the last game, but it's been a great series. GG. It was Castle H GG. They just wanted to wait for Hera to get to Castle H. Man, what a series.